Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't change clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene,
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
all right, that one I thought. Have a blessed day.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
All right, welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially, and this is the weekly wrap up. So I hope all is well with everyone out there as y'all are coming in. Y'all please like and share as y'all are coming in. Just real quick. A lot of interesting things going on this week. Of course, y'all have watched, if y'all watched my previous broadcast from this week, one was about this situation with this brother and 18 of his girlfriend's friends for her birthday that he wanted them to pay for. Some people think that it's a skit. It might be. I'm not sure. But again, it was a use. I use it as a teaching moment. So with that being said, let's see who we have in the chat. Nikki the God, my chief moderators in the house. Judah Queen, house investigator. And TJ in the house. Yes, indeed. Greetings. Lady Effa, I see you, B1. Amira, greetings. Zine J, Rahami Bey. Or Ramani Bey. Sorry, got that right. B. Mick, welcome. Rayvon Johnson. Tia to you, blessings. Phantom B, welcome. Yeah, hoping that tacky mess was a skit. One can hope, you know. So yeah, I hope it's a skit. But again, using it for a teaching moment. We have to do that. Oh, Yella Akets, welcome. Shawana S, welcome. Y'all are here tonight. So yeah, like we had that situation, and then as well, my broadcast yesterday has to do with the Sesame Place, the Sesame Street based theme park, who has now had some videos, and they've had to kind of backtrack on the first statement that they gave because, when you speak on one viral video in a solo setting, in a solo context, that works as long as there's no other videos to surface showing different. And in this case, that definitely happened. So let's get right on into it. Because again, these elements are around children. These are supposed to be things that children can look at and say, "Hey, I got something going on here. This will educate my child. This will educate, got to give them situational understanding." So don't get me wrong, Sesame Street, the program, has definitely served the urban community as a help. Now, here's the problem. For some reason, everybody believes that when you want to push an agenda, it always has to come through black folk. This is an agenda that is well funded by outside groups and outside interests. Nonetheless, marketed to black people. That's one thing I want us to start getting keen on. Black targeted marketing does not mean it's for black people. It means that black consumer dollars is the target, not black people, just the money. So they don't fool with you the long way. And with that being said, they damn sure are showing that they ain't even fooling with your children. And this video here is simply entitled, A is for anti-black.
Sunny day, sweet how to get to Sesame Place. Everything's Sesame Street. How to get to Sesame Street. It's okay, Big Bird.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Who said it's okay, Big Bird?
Hey! Hey! You wanted a death. You wanted to hop.
Man, you know, woo-wee. Esma, I see it. Esma said Rosita shook his hand and said, "Oh no, oh hell no, no, y'all, man." And they tried to. Oh, he was the story they gave was so lame. It was so doggone lame. Zine J, I see this wasn't an isolated incident. Not at all, sister. Not at all. So I wanted to make sure we highlighted the fact that it wasn't just one. There's multiple incidents. And then you see Bert damn near slapped a little girl. Y'all see that? Like the Bert character damn near hit the little black girl in the face. He's slapping at her. Like, are you kidding? This is the type of things that children who are paying money to go to this amusement park are going to have to deal with. That ain't cool. That is not cool at all. And then, diversity training. No, you need a diversity fire. That's all the training that you need. When you conduct yourself like that, you'll be fired. Training session over. See, here's the thing we're talking about. We need to start changing the conversation like that. Because they'll sell us everything that allows them to get away with the dirt they do to us. And say, well, here, let me present it to you like this. No. Just like, for instance, when people say, hey, man, Bitcoin. Why don't you get into this Bitcoin? Now you have Warren Buffett coming out now talking about basically he wouldn't touch Bitcoin. Don't know how long that's going to last because that's a whole nother story I won't get into. But everybody, man, are you interested in Bitcoin? No. No, I am not. And just pay attention to all the people who are, like myself, former bankers, financial investors that have been through different market changes. None of us co-sign Bitcoin. It's something, yes, to get into. How do you cash out? So you're still having, you have a currency that will still require another currency to validate. But, there's a lot of people out here who get these brilliant, fantastic sales pitches, and they'll sell you on an idea. So I see a lot of people with that mode. But again, all of these things that they sell us all require us to still deal with the system at hand. So just like Bitcoin, you're going to have a Bitcoin. Okay, cool. But how are you determining the value? It's still based on their system. Bitcoin is also in the market. So again, how disconnected do you really believe you are? That's a figment of the imagination. You're still in the same system. You're just approaching it in the avenue to which they just laid out for you. Always remember, Muammar Gaddafi is dead because he was going around them. Stop thinking you're inventing the wheel when they allow you to operate here in America with that currency. Are you kidding? So just, on the tasty tidbit of information, always look for something that is for your group specifically. And we have to start shaming people with black and. It's black, period. And we're going to have to start, we will have to be the initiators of that pushback to stop using the people of color terminology when it comes to us, to absolutely stop using BIPOC when it comes to us, because every last one of these groups does every last one of their moves on our back. They get their little come up and dip on Negroes. They get the nice contracted apartments. They're low income. No, they're immigrant condominiums and apartment buildings that are in the city. While I've said this before on this broadcast, the homegrown folk, if you're on like city subsidies, you're going all the way out to the numbers to the edge of town in a corridor of the city, which is absolutely a trap. Because on one side, there's streets that feed into it. This street out there is one long dead end. Because out there, they've even had it in their mind to separate the neighborhoods. So like my street doesn't even go out that far. I would have to go further north just to get over there. And that's where they put black folk. And that's where all the gang violence is. No shit. Because when you have an overload of poverty, like we have seen here in America, that's why we are demanding reparations. Yes, you did check the word demand, not ask. When we're in these conditions, now that we're asking and we're demanding our tangibles. We're demanding that you sit up here and give us a anti-black hate crime bill, and we're showing up. Black Alpha Network in the house. What is going on, my brother? Got my brother in the house. I see you. Rob All Banks. I got you. See you, brother. And Angelic Elena. Welcome back. Yes, indeed. Samuel Logan. Okay, there you are. Samuel Logan in the house. All right. So, yeah. Well, something that's going on here in my city, and this is something y'all need to really, really pay attention to. Because there's going to be some things coming through or coming down the pike. Like I have been warning my New York family out there since I got word of Eric Adams. And then when he started talking about how he was going to start moving certain police in, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. CNAJ said, I live in the suburbs. See, I'll get to that in a minute, speaking of suburbs, because those change here based on geography of gentrification. So the suburb become the hood real quick when they desire. But yeah, like I was saying, here in my city, they're doing, and I've been talking about this for a minute, how they keep trying to make black people the face of crime. And like I was saying about New York, when y'all had Eric Adams, and then he started talking about he brought in Keishan Sewell, and just at the candidates that they had for police commissioner of New York, it's like, yo, one of the candidates is Philadelphia's police commissioner, which is our former police chief. So I knew right off the rip. Oh, And consider, because they brought in Danielle Outlaw to clean up the image of our police. So if they were looking at Danielle Outlaw to be the commissioner of police in New York City, just y'all are following me here? She goes from Oakland, she gets the chief of police job here in Portland, stays here for 2 years and skates for the job of police commissioner in Philly. We have now seen what's been going on out there too. You know, so what is she? So she was already jockeying for position. This is like a Democrat feeder city, because y'all know Ron Wyden is from here. So you know that's one of our senators, and state representatives. That's always getting FaceTime. They've long this time around they might ask him to run if he decides to, but they've been trying to get Ron Wyden to run for president because he would have the West Coast sewn up. Like all the votes out here would go to that dude easy. Lawrence Lilly in the house. Yes, indeed. I see you, my brother. Yes, yes. Rob All Banks says certified. You already know. Just like my brother Black Alpha Network says, certified black. We are the certified section over here. So if y'all have not done that already, go follow my brother Black Alpha Network. You know how we do. Over here in the Vanguard. So, again, here, our mayor is coming out now. And he has been like going around doing the dog whistle comments, but now he has just finally came on out his mouth and they're going blatant with it. So you guys are probably going to start seeing this. Oh, all the violence is coming from small group of people, and all of our shooting is closely associated with gang violence. Tariq, what's going on, my brother? I see you in the house. And so here is something that I see setting up. That Kid Gravity Beyond told y'all. Stopping. I hope y'all hear us. The voices in the new black media are beating a steady drum, especially in New York City. Stop and frisk is coming back. And they are going to use black faces to bring it back. Trust. Like right now, we have this thing going on that they just put in place and okayed it yesterday. This what they call that? Shooter spotter or spot, something like that. It supposedly is supposed to use sounds. They say they have it in Chicago. So it's like, well, clearly in Chicago it's not working. Why is anything going on in Chicago being related to what is going on in Portland? See, for those who do not know, this state, this is the first and only no Negro state in America. Well, which they now call the United States. It's the U.S. When I was growing up, this used to be called the USA. Now this corporation to which we reside in is just simply referred to as the U.S. Other people have lands and countries. This place is a business. That's why all of these outsiders feel so entitled. Well, America was built on immigrants. No, the hell it was not. Your ass was in your homeland in 1776 when this country was already built. Do y'all find that funny? 1776. What question do we have? Of where should this be based on lineage? 1776. Immigrants built this country. 1776. Where were your people at? I know where mine were. But anyway, like I was saying, our local devil, Mayor Ted Willer, he is now joining into the plot of targeting black people for racial extermination by way of law enforcement, and disguising it as, oh man, it's because now that these Derek suits are starting to become viral, we got to make sure we get some laws in place for all of this shooting because these gang members. But all of a sudden, this Derek suit video is popping up, and it's now becoming real for people to say these people are the main ones responsible out in Chicago for gang wars. What did I just say? Why are you relating anything of Chicago to Portland? Where's the connection? Law enforcement. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You are witnessing coordination between local governments and law enforcement. From Portland to Chicago to Washington, D.C. and New York. Anybody coming around us talking about, hey man, why y'all wanting reparations? Shut that down. We are moving into a time to where if you aren't on code and ain't on the right page, you will not be speaking here. Because we have no time to play. This is no game. It's not the figment of the imagination. So check this out.
A rigorous selection process that included input from community members and council offices will serve as the new civilian dean of training at the Portland Police Bureau. Dr. Datro brings significant expertise in applying education and organizational leadership principles to achieve a positive change through progressive police officer training.
So let's hire an immigrant. Are y'all paying attention?
Dr. Datro aligns with my vision to restaff, refocus, and reform public safety in the city of Portland.
Kicking niggas' asses. The loose translation.
Reform is a both-and approach. Dr. Datro's methods for officer training and his commitment to community engagement will enhance our ongoing efforts to increase accountability and transparency in community safety, and it's in alignment with the recommendations of the U.S. Department of Justice.
By that standard, Ted, so is the Akron Police Department. And so is the Oakland Police or San Bernardino, wherever the hell that was. I just saw this brother see these cops hop out of an unmarked car, chase this brother down, and shoot him in the back in between two cars. Is that San Bernardino? Get the hell out of here, man. Robert Adams is his name. Robert Adams. Police just lit him up, man. Shot him all up in his back. TT said, didn't Oregon have one of the major prisons almost fail? A prison almost failed. They were trying to bring in prisoners from other states to fill it. It's another reason why they don't like me here. I did tell you that I am one of the founding fathers of Criminon, which is a program that me and myself and Bear, formerly of Iron Tribe, we created to end recidivism. When all the people are like, oh man, yeah, I'm not one of those people that get on here and say, man, I've done this and I've done that, but I've done more than you probably would ever know. But the point is, when you doing things like this, I've never done anything for like, man, these people you gonna really look at me and recognize me? Nah. It ain't about me. It's about these other individuals that need to benefit from this program. It ain't about me. No, far from that. So this dude here, which is our mayor, um, and he is a friend of the he's a friend of good old Joey Gibson. So much so that Joey Gibson of the Patriot Prayer Group, which is tied to the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, he was going into court for starting a riot. And guess what? All charges dropped. Now, this same gentleman on the screen right here, some would speculate that maybe he's the reason why good old Beatzilla had a little bit of extra rights violated and all type of mandatory time for a person with no jail record. But I mean, hey, what do I know? I just know what people say. But with that being said, let's hear more of this mayor.
Dr. Datro is passionate about the role of education to improve policing, and he's developed a variety of trainings on topics including implicit bias, de-escalation, crisis communications, community trust building, and other elements that are critical to positive police interactions.
There is no such thing with a positive police interaction. They show up to make you a criminal. What can be positive out of that? Yeah, okay. See, these are the things notice. This happened before. If y'all don't know, by the way, Joe Biden is giving $30 billion to police enforcement across the United States. Our mayor, Mr. Ted Wheeler here, is the police commissioner. Are you following me? Are you following the money? All of a sudden, you're going to start hearing these Democrats talking about, hey, we got to make sure that we have this mechanism in place, training for the police. Huh? There's been black people in America before half of your police force even, they're immigrated over here. So they're well aware of African Americans. So why is it that they don't have any respect of life? Well, maybe part of it is when police are doing target practice, your targets are that of black men, which tells you that there is a common practice of anti-blackness behind the shield and blue wall. So we have a bunch of antics out here to avoid dealing with the real issue, because any Democrat politician is very well aware of $30 billion going to the police, when it is the very same voter base that was out in 2020 talking about defund the police, and your votes turned around and went to fund the police to the tune of $30 billion. Just like that. But man, we ain't really got that reparations money, man. I mean, the 17 trillion. Come on now, baby. Right? Y'all ain't got we getting slow play left and right. But we got politicians out here that will not talk about this, but got everything to say about some Roe v. Wade that's stemmed and based in eugenics in the first place. The hell we got to do with that? I'm just saying, family, y'all, ain't y'all tired? Ain't y'all tired of this? $30 billion to further start making black people targets out here. This is your Democrat party right here. We gonna have to start getting up on our family, man. because this has to end. Can't just keep voting for these people. Rob said, "Ben tired, man. So sick and tired of being sick and tired. You can't find your way. Plus, this dude is a liar." Telling you, absolutely tired. I mean, I understand. Well, and oppression maketh the wise man mad. So y'all in good company. Y'all are the wise ones. I guess the rest are blinded. Let's finish hearing this liar.
Selected for his education and experience in the field of law enforcement training. While he's previously served as a sworn officer, he will be stepping into a civilian role here in Portland. I look forward to having him on board.
So a former cop who specializes in cop training, that means teaching police how to get away with tearing black folks off. And we're stuck on stupid. We told y'all in 2020, y'all get this dude in, another damn crime bill is coming. What you think 30 billion for police is? Now he taking away the Miranda rights. What the hell is wrong with y'all? See, some of these black folks, we do know what the hell we talking about. I don't want my children out here to be no damn target. Vote for your safety. This is not safety. To sit up here and say, well, hey, let's go get a black dude in a derrick suit. Or put a white dude in a derrick suit and go out here and commit all these crimes. Now, black people are all this. Here's another thing for y'all. Guess who else got off today? The 10 supremacists from the bodega. All charges dropped on that man he stabbed to death. All charges dropped. Not a single charge. Self-defense. I said, wow, you could take someone's life in self-defense, but Beatzilla here got ran by this man and the other DA who ran before I came out. Who, all of these people, it's like, yeah, here's another thing that I want to see implemented across the states. We need to start going back and investigating these damn DAs and their public pretenders. Because they took my black ass off of them cuffs. My wife, one of the first things my wife said is the DA left with the prosecutor, or left with my lawyer, because I had a public pretender. And never do that again. But nonetheless, had this dude, they're literally walking out together. And didn't even say nothing to my wife. Oh yeah, screw her and them kids. So it's so funny to watch everybody, I've watched a white dude shoot another driver on the freeway, so they stopped traffic on the freeway so he could shoot this man. They let that white boy go. Sweet great mom, hey. They straight up let this white man go. And he did the exact same thing that I did, but I did it in self-defense. And in my police report, the dude who got shot told him that he was attacking me from behind. How is it? Oh, I said, well, wait a minute. I'm reading this paper where he admits to attacking me. Where is the self-defense? Oh, well, you know how they look at it, man, they really just don't like guns. Nigga, get out of here. Who you talking to? They don't like guns. Another thing about my whole situation, my wife was there. The police never interviewed my wife. Ted. Oh, the other part. When you showed up on the scene, there's another affidavit for federal charges. Who okayed that? 3 different branches of government you're trying to stick me for something that was supposed to be a fluke? Hell out of here. No. Family, when y'all in this space, just be mindful of what it is. Because I know, there might be people that don't understand, because, they do not want us to ever think or feel people are listening to us. So what they'll tend to do is bury people's responses. For years, I didn't think people were listening to me. It wasn't until I was gone. While I was gone is when I found out that people was actually paying attention to what the hell I was saying. So I was like, okay, well, when I come home, I'm going to need some time to adjust, but I'll be back, now on this, I'm going to be coming to the camera. So with that being said, he said, you speechless. Oh, man. Everybody, when I was going through that whole situation, they was like, man, you don't belong here. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. Hell no, I don't. My placement counselor, when I was in intake, it's like, we watched you for about a month. Where do you want to go? I'm so sorry you have to be here because you clearly do not belong here, but you're taking it all well. It's like, well, what they didn't tell me is that there was a prison literally 5 minutes from my house. Well, driving more about 10, about 10, 15, depending on traffic. So it would be an easier shot for my wife if I'm close to the house. My punk ass lawyer never even told me that there was a prison in my city. I didn't know until I had to go. There's a whole prison right by the airport. It's like, wait a minute, you trying to send me to a whole other city while there is literally a prison that she can just go to see me. This is the type of stuff I was dealing with, family. So when you are in these lanes of empowerment, don't get it twisted. This is absolutely a labor of love, and I know what it is. I know what I signed up for. So, people may see side like, hey, man, you getting, people look at you and people respect you and this. Yeah, because you have to get your ass kicked to do it. So don't look at me and think like, oh, he's just arrogant and this. Nah, far from it. I just been through too much. I don't waste time no more. And I won't let nobody waste mine. When you got to sit, for some stuff that you probably shouldn't have been there for or never even been charged for, and everybody is like, everything is above and beyond. Oh, something else while I was there. Another important part of the story. They took so much blood from me, it's not funny. Now, I'll share and divulge a bit of my own medical truth. I'm immune because I am a carrier of, and I can say it as I'm not talking about a virus or a vaccine. I'm talking about my own personal medical situation. I got something when I was 7 years old. It is a strand that has two different strands attached to it. One is SARS, and the other is COVID. I came home September 3rd, 2019. When did you guys hear about an outbreak? Samuel Logan. People don't even believe that exists. Yeah. Man, let me tell you something. If you had a bloodline here that is tied to things that you can never let people know, you think they're going to let these niggas just willy-nilly go around the world without knowing where you at? You got to be crazy. Hell no. Hell no. Man, fall of 2019. Yes, indeed. Actually, the end of summer, to be quite honest. I came home in shorts. Mike Fesser picked me up. Y'all might know Mike Fesser from a story that Queen Amadai Shakur did about the black man here who was suing the police who won. We go through a lot. I mean, so like, don't get it twisted. Like, it's no cakewalk. But at the same time, why you think we as tough as nails as we are? We're living in the University of White Supremacy here, Little Dixie, the whitest cities in America, and just recently, for some reason, made one of the greatest cities in America. I guess because this is still the fantasy of these people, like Valhalla. That's what this place was always supposed to be. It's why this is a, because, okay, you guys got the Klan of the South, but how the Klan expanded. Right here. Right here in Oregon. I played that video a couple weeks back, too. So when Joe Biden was talking about how the Klan was based off of getting the Catholics out. That's the Oregon Klan, Joe. But see, that's when the Klan started learning how to get savvy. They started morphing into putting a different face on white supremacy. And I believe that the liberal white supremacist has absolutely been perfected in Portland, Oregon. You understand what I'm saying? Brandon Cruz sings. What's going on, my brother? I see you in the house. Yes, indeed. The sweet great mom said, we have to be tough. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is no other way to be. So with that being said, like when I caught my situation, somebody be like, well, why didn't you just hit up Tariq? For me, I seen this as something, a necessary situation. And having somebody make it the timing just wasn't right for me. Because again, I'm looking at the big picture of a movie. So again, that puts way too much focus on me at the wrong time. Nah. Nah. I'd rather eat this. Because this thing here is absolutely necessary. And shit, a lot of people can thank their lucky stars I did. Because there would have been a whole different wave of looking at something, and then everybody gets a chance to go on alert and get prepared. Should have been prepared. I mean, hey, everybody knew September 3rd was coming. Baby, I'm back. And now New Black Media is kicking your ass. See, we have to be serious about what we are a part of versus letting these boo-boos and infiltrators and bought-paid full suckers come amongst our midst. But y'all already know, we have discounted one of them here on this broadcast, and here in the New Black Media, we have already got Gary Chambers up out the paint. So now they figured, well, you couldn't appeal to them weed smoking niggas. Let's go ahead and see if you can't get the irresponsible woman. Something else, family. I don't want to hear nothing about no women's rights to hear that same white woman turn around and talk about we should have mandatory vasectomies. Bitch! Mandatory vasectomy. That is an invasive procedure. You're saying you want an invasive procedure. I don't see the correlation. We can't produce a second heartbeat from within ourselves. We can give you some of the tools for you to make it happen, but we don't possess that particular ability. That's why women should, since, like women are born with their eggs. I mean, hey dudes, hey fellas, like the TS Giselles, did you guys know that about real women? They're literally born with their eggs. Did you know that? I mean, you want to be an imposter so much, you might want to learn and study the biology of the person that you're trying to mimic, right? Anyway, they need to stop. Oh my Lord. It is transphobic to say a black woman is a woman. I don't know what a woman is. I just like to acknowledge that these questions are transphobic. Tanya Zion, I see you in the house. I mean, transphobic to say, what's a woman? Well, see, here's the thing. We're getting to a point to where trolling is starting to make its way into politics. And it's becoming a damn disaster. I mean, you got Gary Chambers smoking a blunt. Man, you know how many people caught up a week? You know how many people would, if the police rolled by your black ass sitting in that chair smoking the blunt in the field, that would get their asses lit up by the police? I'm talking about, if y'all see this video of this brother that got murdered by these police in California, man, as soon as they thought that there was no eyes around, they hop out and just gun the man down. It's like that was an ambush. That wasn't an arrest. It's no, like me watching that, I'm like, what's the difference between this and Young Dolph? Can somebody tell me what the difference is? It's literally like the same. You just didn't shoot him as much as they shot Dolph. But it literally, that's what it reminded me of. It's like, it's just a unmarked car sitting in the middle of the street. And that's Southern California. The fact that they wasn't investigated, as soon as that door opened up, anybody gonna start running. That is so Cal. Y'all know how it go down there? Matter of fact, I would have left as soon as I seen the car just sitting in the middle of the street. Like, nah, we finna go, get up out of here. Cause something up. And then they just hop out. And it's two police officers hopping out of a completely unmarked car. That car didn't even have the damn spotlight thing on. I mean, it was like, how they go get the drug dealers and whatnot and get their cars and make them undercovers? It was one of those. Man, they hopped out and just murked this brother, man. I'm like, damn, dude. This is ridiculous. Rob Banks said, funny you say blunt smoking in the park. That could have been me. I mean, man, can you imagine sitting up in the... Freeze! Blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. Come on, man. People, they killed Tamir Rice, man. He was 12 years old. What they gonna do to me sitting out? I'm just gonna sit out here. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Mrs. Whitmore, but we got a bit of bad news. Nigga, no, sorry, Bob. So without further ado, family, I just can't. I just can't. Y'all, get your sage.
Court voted to overturn Roe v. Wade and created a real-life horror story for women in America. This decision has stripped the rights to a legal and safe abortion from millions of women in this country. It does not, however, stop abortions from happening. Countries that restrict abortions have a higher rate of abortion than countries that don't. An estimated 1.2 million women received unsafe abortions each year before Roe v. Wade. Women in poverty are less likely to be able to afford safe methods of abortion and also risk being blackmailed to receive services and maintain confidentiality. Cases of severe hemorrhaging, poisoning, infection, or damage to internal organs are all life-threatening results that hospitals will now be faced with. I am an ordained minister, and regardless of what we all believe in, we choose those beliefs for ourselves. For scripture says in Corinthians, "For why is my liberty being judged by another man's conscience?" The government, comprised of mostly white men, has no place to decide for women what is right for them. The ability for any woman in America to...
Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on, preacher. If you're an ordained minister, I'm assuming that you went through seminary, and that means you had to read the entire Apocrypha. And also you had to read the book of Enoch. What does the book of Enoch say about the souls of the aborted children? So you're going to sit up there with your preacher ass and lie like that on the word? Really? All right then, Gary, we see it. Okay. All right, Gary. Okay. See, y'all got to be careful about these people. Well, I'm an ordained minister, and you just lied on God. You just lied on the Most High. Get your ass out of here, Gary.
To make choices concerning her own health is a natural, basic democratic right of every woman. Abortions won't end, but this democracy will if the government refuses to stay out of people's personal choices. Make no mistake about it. Women will die, and there's nothing pro-life about that.
Man.
I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate to be one of the votes needed to codify a woman's right to choose as the law of the land.
Thanks, preacher. So here's a preacher who is saying, hey, baby, go to the hitman. And, we need to make sure that you go see the hitman on you can go hit the clean, sanitized altar of Moloch. And we don't want you to be going over here with, because the procedure of the ritual is not the same. We know you're getting this, the outcome, but we really need your living sacrifice. I mean, your body to be your own. The Lord said, okay, preacher man. For real? Dang, come on, man. Have we regressed this far as a people? Oh, my God. Come on. Oh, Lord. Moloch, a whole demon. That's why I said they go over there going, you got to make sure you got to properly get the ritual, got to, they sending them on up to Moloch. Because if y'all are not paying attention to that, it's like, okay, think of this. The Moloch worshipers, the sadistic baby killers, these worshipers, they have formulated a system to, because y'all not really understanding why this Roe v. Wade bothers these people so much. It's because it's a religion. It is Moloch worship. So what they're saying is, but they can't be honest about it. So they have to use all of these other weird tactics. That's how you get all of these nutty, wide-eyed teachers from Berkeley coming out that sound crazy, looking crazy. I'll be doing an individual piece on that loom maybe tomorrow. But look at these people, and this is the same people supporting Gary Chambers, and this madness are the same people hating on Marcel, like the Eric dude. Go in there, Afro Elite, Man, you guys is looking crazy. That's why people ain't really feeling your movement. You're black, and we're talking about black empowerment. Where is the problem with our movement? Because we're not sexual degenerates like T.S. Giselle? You're talking about a person getting shot at 90 times in Akron, Ohio. Here comes T.S. Giselle. Hi, Tarek. I just want you to know how many men I done had in my bus hat. No one cares, you sexual freak. That's not the place to be talking about sex. You're a sexual damn degenerate. We are sitting up here talking about serious empowerment issues. And the only thing you come over to do is to turn the conversation to sex talk. You are a sexual degenerate freak. Anybody who does that. Well, I think we have a right to speak. What the hell does empowerment have to do with your bedroom? I would love to hear somebody answer that great one for me because I don't understand it. I just do not understand it. That's me gonna bring this in. Look, we are black. And we have all of these other groups around us that do not want us to succeed. One of our biggest problems right now is not white supremacy, but it is these boot-licking Uncle Tom-ass Negroes that will not accept the idea of independence from oppression. And now they are upset because their voices are no longer of value. You voting for a president who admits he has cancer and then turns around and shakes the air, gives $30 billion to police while the very people who got him elected made money. They're, family, just understand how wicked this is. All that Act Blue money that went to Joe Biden's campaign, that's because of dead black bodies. Black Lives Matter because black folks are getting out here executed by race soldiers. So what do you do with the money? You give all of this money up, put none of it in the community, but give it to Joe Biden. So he can further get elected to further screw your community over even more. But we stuck on stupid because we don't understand policy. Right, Roland? I'll get to you too, nigga. We have to really, really be serious about this. I mean, good grief. I have a video that I made of Biden's greatest hits. I guess I'm going to have to just put that on my Patreon because they won't let me put that anywhere. And again, like I said, Google and Twitter, is this an admission that that Hunter Biden is legitimately smoking crack? I mean, I can't say legitimately that. I mean, I know it looks like a crack pipe. I know that what's on the scale looks like crack. And obviously things on his laptop, he likes filming, and he likes filming himself smoking something of a white cocaine-ish looking substance. I not necessarily can say it's crack, but it does bring to mind that, oh, well, I guess your daddy, Pedo Peter that is, would actually know a little bit about crack pipes. So that's how he could actually give the free crack pipes and the free dope using kit. So you don't just get a crack pipe, but you get a meth pipe. And then you also get a new, fresh, clean syringe. So just in case if you're doubling up, so you're going to smoke a little bit of meth, you're going to smoke a little bit of crack, and then you're going to shoot up some dope. Joe Biden got you covered. Sweet Great Mountain said white privilege keeps baby Biden out of jail while his daddy is the designer. And just remember what that, if y'all old enough to remember Joe Biden saying that, hey man, have you ever seen anybody on that crack? Oh man, they so wide-eyed. Shut up. Boy, first time I could vote, boy, I did. What a regret. Voted for, well, again, I didn't vote for Joe Biden, but I mean, hell, we know who was in office. Good Lord. Hunter Biden doesn't matter. Well, no, Hunter Biden doesn't matter to the mainstream media. But as far as right goes, Hunter Biden absolutely matters because what you're seeing is hypocrisy. And us as black folks, we're done living hypocrisy. If you haven't got the memo, you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, Hunter Biden, I mean, for all of that, none of them matter. We do. So, I mean, so if you wanted that plain, we matter. End of story. So, whatever that looks like, that's what we gonna do. So, if right now was talking about Hunter Biden, we have to do that. Because, again, they're blocking my video. Torian Reigns in the building. I see you, my brother. What is going on? Y'all need to go follow that brother as well. Torian Reigns Reloaded. So when y'all see these individuals coming out here, film animation art. Oh man, like it doesn't matter. Hey man, if smoking crack is your thing, don't get offended because I'm talking about crack smoke. If that is what you do, more power to you, man. May you smoke crack and get high in peace and safety. Just don't overdo it and you do it in a safe. Because, there's a new study that came out just last week. I showed y'all a couple days ago that they say, hey, man, long-term crack use actually has benefits. So I ain't hating on you smoking, bro. Feel free. So he said, I want to hear Judge Mathis call him a crackhead. Judge Mathis really been around it too, though. Because you know what Judge Mathis do? He be like, he puts a little paper down there. And y'all don't understand. If y'all didn't come up in the 80s and the 90s when crack was really moving, this is just a balled up piece of paper. I'm going to tell you it's a ball. You can watch me ball it up. Now I'm going to tell you it's crack. And set it down right there. Well, I balled it too. Like, you just saw it was paper. You literally just saw it was paper. All I had to do was say, now it's crack. Woo, boy. Y'all watch Judge Mathis. Have y'all seen the people do that? They be like, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, man. Boy, this government done put hell upon us, family. They done put hell upon us, man. It is okay to be upset about that. Come on, man. They be high as a kite in the courtroom. Me and my wife was watching when we was watching. Well, I think it was it wasn't Judge Mathis. It was People's Court. Oh man. Family. If you smoke crack and got to go on TV, just smoke crack before you go. Don't try to wait and be like, man, I'm going to get to this rock, but I ain't trying to go on TV high. You understand what you're doing in between hits. So when you're filming in between your hits, asked him if he was all right. Oh, yeah, Your Honor. I'm all right. Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, he could not stand still for nothing. For nothing. Oh, my Lord. Let's see. Wait. What do we say? Laredo Lasso. What's important is a systematic critique that empowers the lower classes to build solidarity and power and end capitalism. Yeah, that is something that I've had very, because again, I guess you guys always try to make the pitch at least once a year, don't you? So my response for this year will still be as the same when it comes down to you right-wing white supremacists. Well, suspected. I can't say that you are for certain. But see, here we don't do the classism thing. Here we are talking about white supremacy. We're not talking class. And one critique of the system, I could definitely give it. I mean, hell. You don't know any other black people that used to work on DARPA, did you? So, I mean, there is that. But again, like I said, my answer is still the same. We are dealing with our issues, period. Everything else is a byproduct. And yes, now we will talk empowerment. See, our empowerment comes first. We're not sharing that land. And that's what that line of thinking is. So let me explain to you this type of line, because you're going to hear this again, family, like what this person just did. Because what it is saying, hey, don't look to, basically that is the same talking point as the Africans. Oh, you're being so divisive. But because he does not have melanin, he has to work in the divisive talk on, hey, we're all poor and we're all in this class. And hey, man, we all should work together and still, yeah, that's not how it works. I can't speak for anyone else, but I just know for myself. That's an absolute no. I didn't go through what I went through to ever compromise that for anyone. So the answer is no. No. See, black folks are worrying about black folks now. That is something that has never been done. And only time that y'all are thinking about us is how to control our movements and our thoughts. So with that being said, no. No. So we will tell you what's important, not the other way around. See, this is the man with the mic. See how that works? These people around me, the Torian Reign, Black Alpha Network, the Big Three, Afro Elite, Kid Gravity, and all of these other voices, the women. Let me not get started on all these women out here kicking ass. Queen Amadaya Shakur, Lisa Cabrera, Six the Goddess, which is, y'all forget, because now she's been on her feminine thing, but y'all forget she wasn't always in the feminine promotion lane. She's always been in the militant lane. So, let's. I'm well aware that there's somebody that probably is hoping that she stays in the feminine coaching lane, which is, definitely working for her, because there would be somebody that you can't compete with her. Ouch. Woo. So anyway, he said class reductionism and intersectional class and interclass. Oh man, intersectional class struggle are two widely different things. intersectional class struggle. You believe that exists? You literally believe that exists? This is why you guys are losing so much credibility. You talking to the wrong individual to even run that type of line, my guy. Is this how desperate y'all have become now? So what next? You're going to say, well, you must just want all white people to be harmed. No. Get out of here with that. Classism and stop. Class reductionism. That is a good one. Class reduction. You know, we have eugenics, which in dysgenics from that. So eugenics, dysgenics, and then you have the bell curve and all of that, which I'm probably sure you would subscribe to the bell curve until you met me. But you got to understand, we don't subscribe to that. That's they stuff. And you might get a couple of talking head ignoramuses to get out there and say, we're the people that they've been trying to avoid talking about. The ones that are invisible, but yet things are happening. My name literally means shadow. Beat at that. What beat, per se? Did you guys realize that they have just located a heartbeat at the edge of the universe? Just now. Next year, 20 years. Zilla world. But so, I'm kind of gleeful because, I mean, hey, man, this is like 25 years in the making of vindication. So everybody's now seeing, damn, I wasn't crazy all this time at all. Shit. But he ain't going to really fuck with me now. No, I will not. Why? Because, hey, I was crazy all these years. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I didn't know this was coming. I don't know these people. You have to wait for the white man to tell you. That's why I don't fool with a lot of people. Because literally, like, you actually fool with me, I can tell you these things, and then you wait until the white man tell you? Yeah, no. Hell no. My circle is extremely small. I was born in the 80s and raised in the 90s. Yes, indeed. Angelic Delanus and W's, leftists, love to say it's all about class. It's not about race. You already know where he was going. You already know. You already know. So again, we I'm glad. You know what? Damn it, boy, that was an unintended segue. That was an absolutely unintended segue. Oh, golly. So, family, I don't know how long some of y'all have been with me here, because we do have a lot of newer people here. This channel has been like shadow banned from the start. So, if you guys always can, it's always helpful to share these programs. Now, like I was saying, to segue on eugenics issue, so Laredo Lasso, I'm about to play for you why it is not about class, but it is absolutely about race, because eugenics was not about class. Eugenics was masked in that. When you had Margaret Sanger doing this garbage speak about white women just need to stop having babies. That was cap. And we recognize that. Okay? So if you come over here, you gotta understand we got some sense now. Does France Fanon figure into your political philosophy at all? No, no. Now, will there be people out there that, you know, subscribe to certain things that are like other things? That could be. But that doesn't, definitely doesn't make me Hitler. And y'all gonna stop trying to do that shit. Y'all gonna stop that. Like I said, every year. That's why I said just go ahead and get to it. Go ahead and get to it. Here we go. What about French? French fun. No, I don't subscribe to Nazism. I'm not doing any of that. So cut it out. And I mean, what's so funny? It's like every single year, it's gonna be one of y'all from your ilk coming over. Y'all just want to harm all white people. Cut it out. Ain't nobody said nothing like that. My political philosophy, yeah, it's a class race piece. Let me make clear that I strongly reject the common notion that class should supersede race. Well, I would expect that from a suspected white supremacist, of course. What you're trying to do is label me a black supremacist, and I don't believe that exists because I do not possess a mechanism uh, or military might to enforce anything that I'm saying. Unlike people who had different philosophies in the past. And, there's a lot of people that subscribe to the Nazism and they Mein Kampf readers and all of that. I get it. But always remember, America didn't learn from Hitler. Hitler learned from America. Yeah, so there is that. Not labeling you a black supremacist, not yet, but that's where your questions are going. I mean, come on now. I'm not new to this. I'm new to my audience. I'm not new to y'all. That's what I'm saying. Every year I get this has been going on since like 2014, I guess, y'all. Man, you just want all these people go. Stop. And then you turn around and you get your LGBTQ. You just believe gay people shouldn't exist. It's literally the same line. Just rework. Man, it ain't all about. Stop. Stop it. Bussy in the chat. Oh, black people can't be declared supremacists. No, no, they can't. That's why he's trying to work his way around to get to that. But I'm making it hard and difficult for him this time. So you're gonna have to legitimately get there because what's the other question? So what is the end game for FBA? What? Stop. Anyway, like I said, learn a lesson. Eugenics. Margaret Sanger, and then the mother of modern day feminism, Gloria Steinem. Guess who Gloria Steinem has an interesting relationship with? Meghan Markle. Now, some of y'all, I don't know if you were paying attention, but they were hanging out this week. So while Harry went to go speak at the UN for Roe v. Wade, hey, I thought you was a civilian, Harry. What the hell you over here talking in the UN for American politics for? Didn't I tell y'all what was going on? Didn't I tell you the reason why they came back here is to insert them children into politics in America? Don't get it twisted. That's why them kids are born in America. To be the United States president, you have to be born in America. Y'all feeling me? Come on. So what do you have now? The royal family inserting itself into American politics. You are seeing, oh yeah, for some of y'all who don't know, there's a contingency plan for those who may have not known. There's a speculated underground bullet train in one of the locations, which in, say, alien invasion, zombie apocalypse, something like that. There is you know where the blue demonic horse is out there at Aurora in Denver, the airport? Like, I don't know if any of y'all ever been out there to see that big ass demon, red-eyed blue Bronco. Oh my goodness, boy, that thing, like, you cannot pass by that damn thing and tell me that thing ain't supposed to represent a damn demon. And if nobody knows, like, stop that. Man, I advise y'all, go look at the horse in front of Denver Airport. Well, that thing looked like that thing looked like it's finna come alive. And by the way, it killed its maker. It literally killed its maker while the dude was finishing that thing. His son had to finish it because the head fell off on crushed him and killed him. Blood sacrifice for that big blue demon that got out there. Now, what I'm saying about the he said wig Bronco to the queen. Oh man, I can see it with Samuel Logan. Absolutely. As soon as they came over, he was like, "Oh, we're denouncing our thing and denouncing our royalty." Yeah, okay. So Harry can never be king of England. But now his children, his son, can be president. This, I wonder how all them Kennedys feel about it. It's like, damn, it almost makes me look at this kind of, because Camelot, like the Kennedys are like America's first family. They're like America's royalty, right? Now you're bringing in the Windsors? And then all of these mysterious deaths around the Kennedys. There's no male heirs left. I mean, you talking about these cats was taking JFK Jr. They was looking at him. You already know they was going to prime him for a run. They got his ass out the paint. Out of here. Next one. The one that slammed into the tree. Out of here. Then the other one. Drowned in the pool. That's weird. Then let's see. Because, I mean, a gang of them Kennedys, man. I don't know if y'all, like, who is old enough to remember that. But, like, damn near Ted Kennedy, the senator, which is sick. I think he's the last living male. Like, every last one of them dudes in their family got wiped out. And now all of a sudden you have the royal family putting its flag in American soil. It's time to pay attention to what's going on. Definitely trying to pay attention to what's going on. And Angelic Elena said, "Oh yeah, I guess their babies are U.S. citizens." See how that works? Oh, it's so rough. We're gonna go live in America. Cap. And look, Meghan Markle's black. So, I mean, she'll be conveniently black. I mean, hell, if it works for Kamala Harris, at least she has a parent that she could will out. I mean, she got that bad wench mother. I mean, she was more than happy. So anyway, going back to my point about Meghan Markle, this relationship with Gloria Steinem is very concerning to me. This is from last year, but they were just hanging out this week. So, what's this about?
I'm
Thank you.
so glad that you're home.
Me too, for so many reasons. Great. Fantastic.
I'm ready.
But are you
Angelica Lena.
Very excited.
Okay.
You can't see behind the mask, but I am excited.
People forget how hard women like you and so many others before you fought for us to just be where we are right now.
Well, it's just, I mean,
Hey, Megan, you know black families were destroyed by this woman's devices, right? You know, they came in with the whole plan. Then you get the Gabby Sidibe auntie to come over here and stand with her afro. Just put a fist in the air. Y'all know that's Gabby Sidibe, huh? So again, you know, all of these people be tied into somebody else by way of something. So, you know, they're not just random. Hollywood, they do not move like that. These people are connected. Ugly witches. You know, I think you probably would want to use the B, but truth be told, you're the queen. That's an accurate statement.
I mean, if you don't vote, you don't exist.
Which is right.
You know, it is the only place where we're all equal, the voting booth.
Hi, buddy. Come here.
Wants to be on camera. You know, what worries me the most are young people who I understand are the least likely to vote. And I can understand the feeling that they don't think they have an impact. And yet it's more important for them to vote than anyone else because they're going to be alive long after I am. and they're going to be suffering the consequences.
Do you feel hopeful?
Oh yes, no, I do feel hopeful. I just want to say that movements are families. It's no sacrifice. I get to do what I love and care about every day of my life. How great is that? Well, almost every day of my life.
Today's a pretty great day.
Yeah, today is a great day. I get to
day.
see.
You know, you're so
Gloria Steinem, ladies and gentlemen, the mother of feminism. The mother of black feminism. Who the puppet? I'll tell you, it's called the CIA. The CIA is your daddy if you are a feminist. So to say, well, hey, you guys sound like white supremacists. You sound like the CIA. You can't be no more COINTELPRO than that. Ladies, if you're subscribing to feminism, if you are a black woman, you are literally COINTELPRO. I don't know. How do they get y'all to stop looking at things in reality? I just don't understand it. A natural born man is a woman, and if you don't go along with that lie, because that's what that is, then you'll be shamed for not deceiving yourself about what you know. Man, hey, if I got to be the asshole who nobody want to deal with, cool. Because at the end of the day, ain't no way I'm going to sit up here and live we bring the truth over here. So how the hell am I going to sit up here and conduct myself in your damn lie, in your fantasy? And here's another reason why I don't really get too much beef from flack from the trans community is because while I was gone, I learned something as well. Angela Davis is supportive of Gloria Steinem. Absolutely, Laredo. She certainly is. I would imagine Dr. Karanga's also probably. William O'Neill probably absolutely down with her too. I mean, yeah, man. There probably will be black people to co-sign Gloria Stein or Steinem and other individuals like that. I mean, shoot, you see how many people love Hillary Clinton? So that's nothing new. But what did I just say? CIA. Funny how you mentioned Angela Davis. I mean, yeah, it's easy to support somebody when you're co-workers. Where do you think you have arrived? Oh, man. Oh, my Lord. Angela Davis is supportive of it. Yeah, okay. That's cool. 2/3 will not make it. That guy's like we have a saying here. But see, Laredo ain't even 2/3. Laredo's even. So that is just is what it is. But with that, matter of fact, Laredo, let me do something for you real quick. Because I know there's a lot of people that have a lot to say about things, perceive things the wrong way, but sometimes you might want to get and be able to sit down and maybe get some understanding in film or streaming. So again, to just kind of let you know where you're at, this is an environment to where we absolutely know our history in America and abroad. My bloodline has been traced back to Constantine Noble, which is now known as Istanbul, Turkey. We were some up north Negroes. I mean, I don't even gonna get into that. So anyway, like I said, Laredo, this one's for you. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. The Maroons. Sweet great mom said we are traced back to 1840. Just run me my money. I know that's right. And Laredo says, Miss Davis is still outspoken against the state, though. Unapologetic. When's the last time you have heard her speak about black empowerment? See, there were a lot of people coming over here telling me about Rage Against the Machine until I showed you that Rage Against the Machine was just part of the machine. A whole cappy facade of being against the machine when you literally hail from it. The main writer, he's mixed, right? And he comes from high-class Kenyans that have been in government and representing in the UK. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So when you probably should have left that one out, because now I know who he is and his mother. Oh man, that's right. Damn, how would you ever put two and two together? Guess who one of his friends is? His mama's peoples and associates. See that white woman I just got off my damn screen? So before you come over here, not understanding what you need to understand, and one of those things is not black skin does not mean ignorant. Black skin does not mean less than intelligent, and black skin does not mean under you. Come to me, come with respect. And I don't like a lot of that dumbass talking. So don't waste my time with stupid shit. Get about your business, and then let's handle that. You did? But with that being said, let me get this other thing off up here in the studio. You know? And something I hope y'all understand, this is how you deal with the typical white supremacists, because I know some of y'all don't get this type of experience, especially not having been out here in the University of White Supremacy. So, you know, I'll probably be a little more short than the average person, because again, I live here in Portland, Oregon, and we know nothing but these damn devils all day. So, you know, when that is the case, see here, let's play. Let's see what Ali Veshi has to say, because I want y'all to understand. Oh yeah, we have not forgot Samuel Logan. We have not forgot. You know, and you know, Laredo. You know, I do have one for you here. So hold on. But nonetheless, because you said, you know, that she's spoken up. No, she hasn't. She's speaking up for abortion is not speaking up for black people, because abortion is not a black person issue. Abortion is a political issue for a bunch of religious zealot freaks that are Moloch worshippers. Some knowing, some unknowing. And then the other ones are like sun worshippers. But at any cost, both of them get back down to the whole art of human sacrifice. That's why I'm like, man, y'all better pay attention, investigate anything that they talking about. And do not let these people smoke screen you just because it's convenient for you. Don't you? Okay. There's a beating heart in your body. You're going to someone else to tell you that that beat in your body is not a person. Someone else is telling you that it's not a person? And nowhere else in nature does anything work like that. If it's a tree falling from the apple, the seed that's in the tree will produce another apple tree, able to multiply. One seed can multiply many. However, what we do, you go to someone else and say, hey, absolve me of my guilt. That's damn near like going to a priest for confession. Personal accountability. Man, woman, we understand how we get children. That's where the responsibility happens. Not after. Well, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of your irresponsibility, it doesn't change. It's the heat of your irresponsibility. Whatever label you want to put on it, it's still irresponsible, does not leave the conversation. You know who is absolutely innocent in this? The being that you cannot, you have these nutty ass women coming out here telling you, I don't think that the baby before the birth, that's up to the mother. if a baby has value at this stage, like just think of how sick and depraved you got to be to say, this is something so this is what it is today, but it wasn't this yesterday. And I'm supposed to be living my life listening to the likes of people like that? Hell no. Meant no disrespect, just engaging. Well, here's something that you might want to follow up on. The names that you drop before you do, make sure they weren't agents themselves. Hey, do you know what the black community feels about Angela Davis? She is not the pillar of our community. But see, that's the person you know because you are not involved in our community. But that's okay. That's the beauty of the black community. It's for us. That's why it's ours. So you're coming over here, and I understand, no mean of disrespect. I got that. Engaging, yes. Engaging with an agenda, yes. I cut that agenda off, so now we ain't going down that road because we see what it is. Because here I speak very clearly, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So I said, people go look me up, they'll say, well, hey, they're not going to flat out call me a terrorist because I'm not a terrorist. I've never been around anything like that. However, I still sit on a damn list today. If you go literally like the searches they do, man, they got me marked as a person suspected of having ties to extremist groups. As a musician, they have my band as a gang for playing funk. Literally. You hear the music I play? Me and Etta and all. Do you know they got us on a gang list? And please, if y'all only knew. So yeah, as Mount said, listen, observe, and fall back. And and again, I have a lot of hate watchers, and I know there's a lot of suspected white supremacists that watch that will not, engage in the chat. And that's okay. Make sure you hit the like button. Because see, if all of the suspected white supremacists who sit over here and watch me and all the other content thieves, if you guys would absolutely subscribe, then that would help me get over 1,000. Well, actually, I'd be well over 1,000 if you guys were actually subscribing. Because it makes no sense for me to have the watch hours I do and to not have 1,000 subscribers. But we understand what it is. I mean, because this, out of all of my platforms, has the least amount of people on. This is the only place that I have under 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, making it on YouTube is not no easy feat. So I appreciate all of y'all who have gotten me over 800. Me and my wife was talking earlier. She's like, if you put 800 people in one room, that room would be overflowing. So I absolutely appreciate the fact that 800 of y'all take the time and still growing. Matter of fact, take your time out to watch this broadcast, watch this show, and understand what we're doing here. It'll keep growing. Absolutely. I have watched a couple of my compadres, literally go from, I think Afro's like 300 maybe, 300 something like that. And Afro just hit 2,000. And then Black Alpha, I watched him go from, I think, like I said, I'm like his 11th subscriber, and he's over 1,000. So, I'm in good company. And one could say I'm even a better good eye at surrounding myself with necessary individuals. Actually, that's something that actually people have actually said. Nonetheless, A soul game. Yes, indeed. Oh man. So check this out, y'all. People are trying to act like our voices are not the only voice out here now. Monique, see, I see you. Monique Tusi. Um, because there's so many of us. In the new black media, in the B1 and the black grassroots, we have all of these different groups. So if anybody goes to Twitter, I mean, do you realize how black Twitter is now? Twitter Spaces is, you might as well just call that black Twitter. If it wasn't for black folks, Twitter Spaces would not be popping. Like black folks just went. I mean, black folks just set such a trend that they can literally turn a market. Now we're saying, hey, we're going to start doing that for ourselves. But we need that starting point just like everybody else got. Everyone else is up in arms. Oh, man. Hey, man, it's class. And everybody. And oh, yeah, another word, Laredo, that we don't use here in any kind of form of seriousness is intersectional. That's liberal term. That's a liberal political term. That is not a family-based black term. So that is one that gets thrown on black folk and some of the black bootlicks. A lot of the teachers that are trying to get their careers, like the black teachers, because I know a few. I ain't forgot y'all either. And the joke writer, telling y'all, man, I've given a solid year for you. You better tell the joke writer, man. Because, I mean, somebody gonna really truly be looking like a dirty angel, man, if somebody don't holler at beatzilla. Because, man, F black men, F black men, F black men, how'd that work out? Yeah, a lot of y'all right now, it was all about this and this and that, man, black men assisting black men. And these are women from my own neck of the woods, man. People I know coming out here pushing a line. I have not forgot about none of y'all. But since you right here, I know where you at. Chrissy, I see you, but you better do the right thing. Apologize to this man here. And you all, you know who Mikey is, so I'm not taking no. So yeah, I ain't forgot none of that. Oh yeah, and all the other people here. Why don't y'all get a candidate? If you want something, then why don't you just get you a candidate? Or why don't you run? Well, right here on the new black media and my little piece, Bryce Bees. What the hell is that? I don't speak that language, Bryce. What is that? That Arabic or 3J? Is that what they say? So, black bees. So, like I said, these people here, man, they have came out and they're coming out the woodworks talking our talking points because they have to. Because we are setting the tone. And there's always going to be somebody hopping up in our spaces, just like Luke and just like Roland and little punk ass Eric. I mean, I'm gonna call it how it is. You's a sucker. Yeah, Eric, you's a straight sucker. So I mean, I seen how you came in. You try to go over there befriend Afro. Afro give you the benefit of the doubt. Then you take yourself back and run into your little Rainbow Academy circles and then start talking crap about FBA. Well, I don't know how you think you ever gonna get people on your movement because you sounding crazy. Well, Mr. Eric, here's more evidence of us being crazy, I guess.
If you look on a timeline, the history of the United States is still fairly brief, and slavery was abolished a mere 155 years ago. It wasn't just the White House that was built using slave labor, by the way. The building that serves as our country's political center, the United States Capitol, was built and rebuilt using slave labor after its sacking in the War of 1812. Although most northern states had abolished slavery by 1804, it's had its fair share of symbols erected using slave labor. If you're familiar with the Trinity Church in New York's financial district, you may not know that the clergy rented enslaved people to build its iconic spires, as well as the wall that used to snake down what we now know as Wall Street. Many of our forefathers.
How many black slaves died doing that? Let me also say this. Every slave that died in the confines of slavery was murdered. Let's start using that. We have to start adopting the correct terms and terminology as well. So we have to look at every ancestor of ours that died while in slavery is a murder, kidnapped victim, regardless of whatever your law said at the moment. Your law that absolutely still has not rectified or fixed that problem. We're going to start looking at this and calling it what it is. Every slave, every soul lost in that transatlantic slave bull. And these people here that you reclassified and put on a plantation, every last one of them people is a murder victim of the United States government and its society. How can we ever look at that in a different way? This has been the great Satan, especially the black folks. You are well within your rights to feel some kind of way about this place. I would advise y'all to adopt it, and don't be afraid to speak the truth, because you know it.
Fathers were enslavers. Thomas Jefferson's entire property in Charlottesville, Virginia, Monticello, was built and run by enslaved people. Enslaved people also helped build our intellectual centers. Georgetown University, one of the country's oldest colleges, built most of its campuses after the sale of 272 enslaved people in the 1830s.
My family's part of that, the Georgetown Project. There might be some of y'all whose family is also on that list. So we are tied to the Georgetown Project on my father's side. So 1830, like the 1830, 1840 census, because these were leased slaves. So think of what I'm saying here. Leased slaves. So you lease slaves where slavery in the South, where it's all good, and then you ship them up to a free land to still be slaves. What kind of job does that do to other free black folks who are living in New York? As a free black person living in New York, you are having to watch slaves in your neighborhood every day. And you watching all of these so-called liberal white folks right here with, oh yeah, well, you're a free Negro. You shouldn't look at them like that. Do you know what kind of damage that must do to the psyche? So we have a lot of stuff to undo and unravel. Man. CH464, yes indeed. Welcome. Having a good week so far, brother. Yes, indeed. Leased. And that's leased. So you're free areas. So where slavery did not exist, then they actually are, you're leasing slaves to a free, like where there are free black people. I mean, I just don't know as a black person, like how do you feel? Because don't you want to go free them niggas? Or is it that you have gotten so adjusted to this is just how things are that you don't have a problem seeing your brothers over here building this big old church? Man, I just can't fathom. I wasn't made for that time, because you got to be, that's got to be some kind of mind effing going on right there, because I'm free, they not free. The only difference is I was born up north. But now you're bringing these slaves up here to the city. And so now everybody who is free up in New York and that area, you getting a good solid dose of seeing what this is. No fluff. That's what it is. Like, damn. You already have Freedom Town. So, I mean, where Central Park sits. See how gentrification works? Well, it's really effective, ain't it? Eminent domain. Get your black asses out here.
30s. Many schools with storied histories were built in part by enslaved people, including Harvard University's Law School and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That school's campus was maintained by slave labor until its abolishment in 1865. Poor record-keeping and indifference by early historians makes it nearly impossible to know every contribution made to these buildings, but there's no doubt about how they got built.
Now, Laredo, are you still in the building? Because with that being said, do you understand how it could not absolutely be about class? See, right there, what you're talking about, the Capitol and buildings in New York and building Wall Street. So the stock market is based off of slavery. Then you use slaves to literally build Wall Street. Where's the class? What class? There's one group. There's not a class. It's one group. And like I said, you have these people coming over here talking about, hey man, Judah Quinn, I have ancestors from North Carolina too. Oh, most definitely, I wouldn't doubt that. Oh, y'all East Coast folks, y'all all up and down that 95. So, man, these people here. Man, these people, yeah. Give me 1 second. Change the cord. Okay. So, like I said, I'm Laredo. Are you still here? You still here, Laredo? We got something for you. We do a special tribute here on Wednesdays. And I assume that this might be one that you probably are not familiar with. But nonetheless, you might find it entertaining. It is, it is a nice, good video that you can always play for your mama, or your sisters, or your aunties, and you can definitely give them Beatzilla's best on Wednesdays, because Wednesday is their day. Shout out to KRS-One, not to be confused with Tarana Burke.
Oh yeah! That's what you say when you see your devil down. Oh yeah! That's what you say when you take the devil's crown. Oh yeah! Stay alive, all things will change around. Oh yeah! What? Oh yeah! So here I go, kicking science in 95, I'll be illin'. Parental discretion is advised still. Don't call me nigga, this MC goes for his. Call me God, cause that's what the black man is. Roaming through the forest as the hardest lyrical artist. Black woman You are not a bitch, you're a goddess. Let it be known, you can lean on KRS-One like a wall, cause I'm hard. I represent God. Whack MCs have one style, gun buck. But when you say, let's buck for revolution, hey, shut the fuck up. Can't get with it. Down to start a riot in a minute. You hear so many, bow, bow, bow. You think I'm rich? While other MCs are talking about up with hope, down with dope. I'll have a devil in my infrared scope. Boy, that's for calling my father a boy. Yeah, hack, hack, hack. That's for putting scars on my mother's back. Bow, that's for calling my sister a hoe. And for you, fuck, 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 cause I don't give a motherfuck. Remember the whip, remember the chant, remember the rope, and you black people still thinking about voting? Every president we ever had lied. You know I'm kinda glad Nixon died. Oh yeah, that's what you say when you see a devil dead. Oh yeah, that's what you say when you take the devil's crown. Oh yeah, stay alive, all things will change around. Oh yeah, what? Oh yeah. This is not the first time I came to the planet, but every time I come, only a few could understand it. I came as ISIS, my words they tried to ban it. I came as Moses, they couldn't follow my commandments. I came as Solomon, to a people that was lost. I came as Jesus, but they nailed me to a cross. I came as Harriet Tubman, I put the truth to Sojourner. Other times, I had to come as Nat Turner. They tried to burn me, lynch me, and starve me, so I had to come back as Marcus Garvey. Bob Marley, they tried to harm me. I used to be Malcolm X. Now I'm on the planet as the one called KRS. Kicking the metaphysical, spiritual, trying to like get with you, showing you you were invincible. The Black Panther is the black answer for real. In my spiritual form, I turn into Bobby Seale. On the wheels of steel, my spirit flies away and enters into Kwame Ture. Oh, yeah. That's what you say when you see a devil dead. Oh, yeah. That's what you say when you take the devil's crown. Oh, yeah. Stay alive, all things will change around. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Streets there is no EQ, no dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. So I grab the air and speak through the code. The devil cannot see through as I unload into another cerebellum. Then I can tell him, because my vibes go through denim and leather, whatever. However, I'm still rocking. We used to pick cotton, now we pick up cotton when we shopping. Have you forgotten why we building in a cipher? You hear me, kid? Government is building in a pyramid. The Son of God is brighter than the Son of Man. The Spirit is. Check your dollar bill, G. There it is. We got no time for fancy mathematics. Your mental frequency frequently picking up static, making you a naked body addict. And it's democratic. They press auto, and you kill it with an automatic. Oh, yeah. That's what you say when you see a devil dead. Oh, yeah. That's what you say when you take the devil's crown. Oh, yeah. Stay alive, all things will change around. Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah.
All right. Yes, indeed. So, you know, Laredo, if you're still here, that was for you. You know, this is our get down over here at the Beatzilla PDX official show. So next on, we are going to talk about these political tricksters, and well, we got to start with the top with your guy, Joe Biden. But I need to address it in a certain manner, since of late, certain butthurt individuals, you know, are feeling some kind of way. And, you know, we be stuck on stupid. You know, we'll be stuck on stupid. I got it. Yeah, we're stuck on stupid. Okay. Yeah, you know. So, with that being said, let's hear from good old Rolly.
PCUs, I bet you ain't covered this. I said, you dumbasses. We debunked that stupid article 9 months ago. But see, this is what happens when y'all keep following behind people who, first of all, ain't real journalists. Former pimps.
Wait a minute. Malcolm X was a former pimp. I really hate that. I really hate that. Z-AJ, thanks for the giggles. You are welcome. You absolutely welcome, all of y'all. So listen to what this cat is saying.
Y'all are not journalists. You're not journalists. You're stupid.
Okay, we're not journalists. Got it. But here's the point. Journalists or not, we have the people's ear. So, yeah, we're not journalists, no. But out of the dead black media, who is really competing? I don't get it. I'm confused. So let's hear more.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Call the roll. Folk who hide their face. Folk who got bad lace fronts.
Oh.
Folk who ain't never been to journalism school, but they want to call themselves new black media.
Whoops. You rang, Roland? If you, Roland, now your ass done blocked all of us already. You went on a mass blocking tour. There is not a voice of new black media who is not blocked. So first off, cut that out. The other part is, you guys are seeing, as far as I'm concerned, certain individuals out here that have had their people align them with new black media. I think we're seeing how that one's turned out. So, we got to remember, it's an integrity thing. And integrity goes a long way. Goes a long way. Like paper trails. So when you have paper trails, see, like me, I could tell you about my situation, and it was very much political. So, but I don't go around running around talking about how I was a political prisoner. Was I? Absolutely. Yes. I was labeled as a radical long before I had a case. So it was the opportunity, and again, are they going to allow a black radical to shoot a white man who you absolutely know that I already previously identified this person as a white supremacist? No, they had to make sure they got my black ass in prison. Don't you second guess that. Oh, no, because, that little bitty law that no black man has any rights that a white man has to respect. That law is still in effect. That's why I came home and started the hashtag abolish Dred Scott.
This is what happens when you are real black-owned media. When you got journalistic credentials. When you know how to research. When you...
Y'all remember this man putting out any documentaries? DVDs or anything? Research? Oh, you mean like the research you did for Hillary Clinton, huh? When you and Donna Brazile was over there giving Hillary Clinton secrets and giving her the questions and stuff? You mean like that? Because journalistic integrity would not allow you to do that. And then TV One don't fool with you no more. And you are the sole purpose for why TV One could never work in tandem with CNN. You, Roland Martin, you're the one who did that. So, I mean, think about that. Yeah, research, Patton, please. You don't have to research because they tell you what to say. Over here, yeah, there's a whole lot of research going on. Here, even more so, Roland, because we do our own over here. All of these different entities over here doing our own. There ain't no team working for me. Well, I do have people to send me stories, but there's no team over here getting me. Hey, we're gonna research this. I wish I did. That'd be nice. And have the whole production, and have a cameraman, and not have to pull up all the videos ourselves. We do that over here, and we still kicking your ass. So all that black owned, black owned, black owned. We're black owned too, idiot. Who you think is so? Cut that out, because that puts this little funny style thing out there in the wind that we ain't rocking with. We black owned just like your black ass, nigga. So it is simple as that. We don't need no journalism. And as I see it, I didn't go to school for journalism. You did. And you're losing now to a bunch of people who haven't. But see, that's what happened when y'all be following behind these people. Because I wish people would fool with me like that, but they don't because I'm a sucker. And I mean, I just know, man, one of them cats over there had to get me up off the block when I was there. And I'm like, wait a minute, I bought this equipment. Wait, I bought this equipment. Oh, you know what? I did use that video, did I not? Rolling. See, when you actually are tied to the people, you can do stuff like that. Beep. But I about to see, they ain't even out here right now. But see, no, see, they ain't even out here right now. Nah, I'm at home in Portland, chilling. How are you doing? Oh man, family. There is something going on Twitter, because y'all know we have FBA news, right? And so the story that came out last night is about Shane Mosley, and I mean, I'm at to turn my notifications off for this damn story. It's like I have never seen so many responses, and y'all leave Brother Phil alone, man. Brother Phil is entitled to his opinion on marriage. He's been married twice, so he may have a different perspective than some of y'all, but y'all leave Phil alone. Got that man over there trying to, you got to make him explain his position. Hey man. But I will say this: the Shane Mosley thing. What's so crazy about that story is how in a divorce do you give away that man's belts to the woman? Like, she's getting 3 of his championship belts. She wasn't getting punched. I'm all for the financial support. But those are achievements with that man's hands, getting his body ready and getting his mind ready for different fights, training to get absolutely not. And what a slime ball for even demanding his belts in the first place. And people are, that's what he get. That's what he get. Yeah, we got that. I mean, but he ain't nothing new. I mean, hell, look. Scottie Pippen had a black wife. Where that ass was at, she was over with Future. Sorry. You said you just now hearing about him, Judy Queen. Yeah, that's a cold story though. I mean, so she's getting family. Something that y'all might want to understand. And this is why I would advise all black men to pursue marriages with black women. Not to say it wouldn't happen with a black woman. We have scandalous black women too. However, look at the examples like Jada and a Beyonce. I don't know what Beyonce do in her personal business, in her personal marriage. And I would assume that they have certain understandings in that, just like Will and Jada did. Will's problem with the Jada thing is that he kept trying to make her happy. I'm glad that he actually said he was retiring from trying to make her happy. Glad he said it. Props to you. Stop giving your life to that woman who don't give a damn about you and still trying to figure out what is going to make her happy. But like I said, with these women, they are representations of business building. Business building. So they look to build and be the power couple. But when you're on this level, see, that's a black woman that had to earn her status. It wasn't just handed. You know what I mean? Shane Mosley's wife is Joe Nobody. Don't nobody know this woman. But she's Asian. What a great time to be Asian, huh? You could have all of his boxing purses and 3 of his championship belts. Half. You might die early from being punched on so much, but she still get half because, hey, she was there for you. I'm all for support within reason. See, here's the thing. I don't understand this concept of keeping the same privileges when leaving that same person that provides said privileges. So I want to be over here, but I still want you to foot the bill for me and the lifestyle that I became accustomed to because of your hard work. Y'all will just have to forgive me if I absolutely call bullshit on that, because that's all that is to me. You understand me? That is just absolute garbage, which, it reminds me of them women. Man, you're not going to pay for my 18 friends? I don't even know how he's still at the, like, hey, man. Because you hear his partner over there. Like, oh, man. Play with me. Man, we ordering Cristal and some more shit. Hey, y'all, I'm finna go to the bathroom real quick. Oh, you gonna break 18? Oh, we finna shit. Pop them bottles, girl. Get that Patron. Pop that shit. Deuces. Be like, yeah. So the 2 gentlemen that you were with, they paid for their plates and said you guys have the rest. Yeah, welcome to Real Game. Not everybody's game goofy. Trick. But yeah, y'all ever in that situation, that's what you do. Yeah, go ahead. Order up that Cristal. Get that Moet. Get the whole bottle. Shit, why not? Because you paying for it, bitch. Ooh-wee.
You know how to lay things out. And by the way, there's nothing that we've done today that is in defense of Democrats.
That's right.
Today is in defense of the truth.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It is the truth. And so if you're sitting out there right now and you holler intangibles and you say you want a bill that's specific.
Oh, man, come on, Roland. You can't be serious. No vote, no voice. Shut up. Dude, that's your attempt? Man, you see my shirt? No vote, no voice. Ooh-wee, this butter biscuit. Right? Goodness. Roland Martin. I mean, y'all need to shameless, just absolutely shameless, man. What a dirtbag. Y'all got that Hollywood new black media. First off, why are you Hollywood new black media? Why are we in your mouth? But the faceless people, oh, Jason Black and Professor Black Truth, the former pimps. Okay, that's the typical Tariq poke, right? Never mind his movies and his books, but hey, he used to be a pimp. When was he pimping? Oh, well, he was in the Michael Moore movie. And he was in Pimps Up. No. Everybody, because y'all realize there's a lot of people that get him and Gorgeous Dre confused. It's like you realize that that's not the same dude. Gorgeous Dre is from Seattle. And everybody else in American Pimp is from here. Y'all didn't know. Charm, RP. Actually, with the time when they filmed Charm in Hawaii, my brother was with him. He just wasn't on camera. Rest in peace, my brother Goldie. Yes, indeed. That's it. So anyway, let me show y'all this other thing that's going on with Kamala Harris. Is this right? And these people here are something else. So NAACP was having their their conference. What did I say? They're having their conference. Where we at? And so their keynote speaker was Kamala. You know, how white folks always be messing up black folks' names when they don't have no respect for them. Kamala. So Kamala went and spoke. And I'm going to play this because there's something that she keeps doing. And I had to go looking for, wait, she's done this before. Somehow, Roe v. Wade is, they're trying to throw, like, imagine all of us black folks in a car, right? They are trying to throw Roe v. Wade in the window. And y'all, before you get away, hold on, catch it, keep it. We gonna put Roe v. Wade in the car with y'all. No. Y'all got the momentum. That new black media, that grassroots thing. Yep, Roe v. Wade. We just gonna toss it in. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. We gonna put it in the car with y'all. So if y'all are paying attention, all of a sudden they trying to make black women the face of Roe v. Wade. Get the out of here. This is all cap. It's all cap, super cap. So anyway, this nut, your vice president, keeps relating the lack or the dismissal of Roe v. Wade to slavery. The hell is wrong with this woman? But so this is while she's speaking. So let me set this up because it's almost like the reporter. It's like he kind of seems like he's a little torn on his reporting. It's like, are you hearing what you're hearing? It almost made me wonder, like, you probably heard what she said. It was like, oh, well, she's here and she's giving her speech. Just check it out.
Area today.
She is speaking at the 113th annual NAACP convention taking place right now in Atlantic City. That speech starting just a few minutes ago. Let's head now to South Jersey. Reporter Brendan Goldner in Atlantic City with all the details there. Good afternoon, Brendan.
Good afternoon. The vice president is speaking right now. A packed room of people attending the
NAACP's national convention. The vice president is talking about highlighting the administration's efforts achievements when it comes to civil rights and racial equity, including record HBCU fundraising. At 1 p.m., she will be hosting a roundtable with state leaders on reproductive rights. She is expected to leave Atlantic City around 2:30. A lot of buzz in the air as people were racing down to their seats to get a close-up look at the vice president. We'll be having more information and more on what the vice president said in our later shows. Live in Atlantic City, Brandon Goldner, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you later this afternoon. Thank you for that. Another news.
Reproductive rights. Do you see what they are throwing at us, folks? They are really trying to, well, shoot, man, ain't nobody else giving no steam to Roe v. Wade. We need to get them niggas. That's all that's happening. It's like we are not the security force of the damn planet, especially for your doggone agenda that is steeped in eugenics, which is absolutely anti-black. So look at these absolute idiots. I mean, it's insane. This is insane. Hey, man, we gonna get out here and we gonna put our fists up in the air, y'all, with Black Power, Roe v. Wade. Black Power, Roe v. Wade. Wait, what? Wait, no, wait, what? Bands off my body, Roe v. Wade. Black Power. And we have two non-black, well, I guess AOC is probably counting herself as black today. And then Ilhan Omar, you're Caucasian, ma'am. I don't know why they keep doing like, ain't she Somalian? Somalians don't identify as black, they identify as white. I'm Caucasian, you niggas. I mean, y'all been in spaces with them Somalians. Somalians, they literally classify themselves as Caucasian. Why is she there? Ilhan Omar, she's white. Okay? She is white. Ilhan. Oh, God. Black folks. Everybody with black skin ain't for you. Need y'all to start adopting that. Understanding. Somebody was on my Twitter earlier today. Man, we need to go back to Africa, man. I mean, Terrence Howard is right, baby. I mean, you know, man. Terrence Howard, man, Terrence really said, man, what we need to do, man, is give our skills over to the motherland, and then we gonna take what we have over there and build it up. So, first thing that you are advising that we do is flee. What a novel idea for a colonized mind. But as for me, I'm the descendants of American slaves. My family's blood and bones are in this dirt. And some of them are in that Atlantic Ocean. Who the hell over there is coming for that? I don't hear nobody. That bell ain't rung. So at the same time, when I rock with everybody who is rocking with us, don't get it twisted. Pan-Africanism is a figment of the imagination. But our justice and our reparations is not. So to sit up here and start talking about going over there, why the hell would Terrence Howard at all times be up here now with his black ass over there talking about, man, we need to come over here, black Americans need to come over here and build up Africa. This is YouTube, so I can't say what I really want to say. I'm tired of seeing, you're an entertainer, my nigga. What are you doing? You're literally trying to sit up here and make some kind of pitch for black folks to be going over. So this is what I said to this brother. Well, then, if these Africans want us to come over there and build, why don't they have, see, for us to go over there, I want to see us get what y'all get when y'all come to America. all them set-asides and programs and shit. So don't they need to be developing programs to facilitate this? That's the land that we are going to, correct? Well, then they need to be providing some provisions. Oh, well, man, everything will catch 22. Shut your punk ass up. I can't stand that coward shit. Shut up. Man, instead of staying here in Slaveville, you better pick your hands up and swing. Stop acting like a bitch. Y'all walk around here like y'all terrified of these people. That's what you're made for? To walk around terrified? Jeez. Grow a spine. Yeah, I mean, for real, man, slave land there. You're broken. And I get it. But you're broken. Stay away from niggas like myself. Because we don't really rock with punks like you. Nobody want that soft-ass energy around them like that, dude. You're a coward. Man, why don't we just quit? I mean, shit, we might as well. I mean, we gonna lose it. That's that type of dude. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, I mean, what y'all think y'all gonna get? I mean, the white folks say never gonna give you nothing. But you yeah, see, I could, I could say some things. Oh, Lordy me. Now, I really want to know who's going to try to defend Joe Biden. Who's going to try to defend him?
We must also take steps to protect other fundamental freedoms, including the freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body.
Why is that? Okay, let me get to this part. Listen to the sound of Satan. Because for some reason, there's pro-life and then there's pro-death. One side is honest side, another side is a bunch of liars. So it's pro-life and then there's pro-death. There's no such thing as a pro-choice. No, you're either pro-life or you're pro-death. So when you say keep your mind off my body, well then you're a bloodthirsty deathmonger. What do you think that is? Abort. It's a fancy word for homicide. Homicide is committed on a human. Can't commit homicide on a dog, but you can commit homicide on a human. So do you understand what a termination of pregnancy is? It is literally technically classified as a homicide. Would you let the devil tell you that something that is a replica of yourself isn't you? Aren't you here? Don't you exist? Why? Because you exist. This logic of this devil right here is telling you something else determines your existence or not. Do you see how dangerous that is? See, oh, well, right now because it's convenient. Yeah, now. What happens when they start targeting a whole group? Auschwitz? Someone? Damn it. I mean, it's literally in front of your face, family. And people run around here talking about, man, this is video. What are you talking about? This is something based in anti-blackness. What's the end game for that? Did anybody ever stop to think? Why is there a nullification of a human being? I'm a big picture thinker, and so when you deal with these type of sadistic demons, you have to, because they're not just doing something right now for no reason. It's a major point. And so you got these nuts that'll go out there, What are they doing? They're tying Roe v. Wade into some kind of justice claim. We have to push back against this at all costs with a fervent pushback. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let them throw this one in our car. It does not, it ain't riding with us, family. Kick it out. Kick it out the car. But you a woman. Don't you want to be able to go to the hitman too?
And you know, on this subject, woman's ability, not her government, but her, to make that decision does not require anyone to abandon their faith or their beliefs. It just
Like I said, when you hear the devil talking, when you hear the damn devil talking, you can do this, but it's not compromising your beliefs. It's not compromising your religion. If your religion and your beliefs is that thou shalt not kill, well then isn't that a blatant commandment? Mind you, NAACP. How is Roe v. Wade an NAACP issue when you have Jalen Walker being shot at 90 times? But you're up here talking about Roe v. Wade. But your boss is just allocated $30 billion to police on a $5 trillion budget. I'm going to need all the people, well, man, you need to be voting blue no matter who. She's not done, though, family. There's more.
just requires us to agree the government shouldn't be making that decision for her. And think about it. For the first time in generations, the United States Supreme Court, the highest court of our land, the former court of Thurgood Marshall, took a constitutional right that had been recognized from the people of America, from the women.
Constitutional, right? What constitution is what amendment is that in the Constitution? Is she using like the 13th or 14th Amendment? Is that what she's doing? Because she acting like it's an amendment. But look at what you guys at the same time when you're saying it was recognized. What's the Second Amendment? And better yet, what's the first? There's a lot of black YouTubers who would, I mean, since you're your vice president, Kamala, you're the vice president. Black folks getting the hell out of here. You had a lift every voice and sing plan. Now you up here in front of black folks talking about whacking out babies. Well, I mean, man. And then you got Gary Chambers coming out here. Now women are going to be forced to break the law. So that's what being criminal means. So you're saying you don't want to criminalize women for going out and being pro-death? That's literally what you're saying. Oh, well, man, I mean, in the process of they might die while killing the other. So while in the process of committing murder, they might die. Don't commit murder. Simple. Evaluate the situation. Own it. But don't tell me something that is a replica of you ain't a being. That's absolute bullshit. And you're full of it for absolutely believing it. Everybody's entitled to their mistakes. I have cousins that have went to the hitman before. I've had cousins that did it and didn't want to tell me because they knew my feelings about this. I've always felt like that. I've never ever been pro death ever. Ever. You know, I've been in a situation with my boy, generational curses, which those exist. Hit just like my father. 15, right out the gate. What? I'm finding out from somebody else. I've had two souls that went to the hitman that I never knew about until after it happened. Because see, women, you cannot do something like that and act like you still finna have a normal relationship with this man. So what they do? They do what everybody does: find a BS reason to fight and dip. Well, you're never gonna tell me, but I found out years later. I know about two. One, I found out on a total fluke. So I was able to, they didn't know that I was the person that they were talking about. Well, I heard all of this. Wow. And I've been around these folks too, and I mean, I was wondering, like, what's up with this look? Like, I mean, first off, y'all made a decision that had nothing to do with me, and went and did that. So if people feel some kind of way, and you still have that, I mean, shit, she went on to get married and have kids of her, of their own. Life sometimes gets complicated, doesn't it? But when even still, you have to write it out. You have to write it out whichever way that is. So again, she's going to sit up here and have the nerve to be talking about this as a constitutional right. But you are ever, ever, ever more trying to get people's guns. And then you're censoring all the pro-black content creators. But you're going to sit up here in front of black people and then start talking about fundamental rights of abortion. That's the main issue for black. No, that's the main issue for Democrats. Black people are not Democrats. We're people. So there's an issue of the people, not a, man, we got to get this. See, this is why you don't trust none of them and trust nothing. Because they'll do stuff like this for political interests that have nothing to do. And this shows a great deal of no respect to come and bring yourself in front of all of these black folks that there's crises all over the world right now in the black community. We have the Buffalo shooting that's going on. You're literally in New Jersey, right down the way. And you don't think that should be a topic of discussion. But you come over here to black folk, and the first thing you doing is pushing the liberal agenda on us and saying, damn your problems. This has to stop. I hope y'all are as tired of this as I am.
Of America. We know, NAACP, that our country has a history of claiming ownership over human bodies.
Right.
And today, extremist so-called leaders are criminalizing doctors and punishing women for making healthcare decisions for themselves. Personal decisions that is her right to make in consultation with her doctor, her pastor, her priest, her rabbi, her loved ones, not her government telling her what to do.
Funny, because when you hear her say that, She lists off so many different people. Guess the one person she did not mention. Anybody know what she didn't mention? Phantom Beat. Phantom Beat, you got it. Her baby's father. What about the damn father? There's still a whole nother parent there. How are we talking about baby deletion, like Brother Phil say? And you justifying it by changing the word. I was in a conversation with one of these weirdos because, I've also, when I came home, another matter of business that I needed to take care of here locally was everybody who was down with the heart bitches. Sarah and whatever that other demon's name is that drove them babies off of that cliff. But before that, had Devontae go pander for the police because my partner Alex was also a photographer on that shoot. And he got the footage of them weak sauce broads making this little boy go hug this damn cop so they can get a picture. They was out there on some All Lives Matter shit. So I came home straight up and was like, yeah. So for all of y'all, because now they're finally calling it a homicide. No, these sorry ass people was over here trying to hold. They had a candlelight vigil, Max. You held a candlelight vigil for them two murderers. It was like, damn them kids. Y'all didn't mention them kids once. I sat up there and watched that. It's exactly why Jenny Price, at least she's got more nuts than all of y'all. That white girl came, got in on my phone, and took this. So I was like, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And it was absolutely disgusting that you guys sit up here as some kind of moral authority while these women were abusing these children and then ultimately murdered them children. And then you guys got the nerve to sit up here and say, let us mourn for the two bitches. Damn them kids. Hell no. No, 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 no. And Devontae's body still ain't been found, by the way. It took them forever to admit what was going on. And I'm like, well, it's always, I never even knew that them kids was connected to these broads. Because this man-hating bitch here, were you kidding? I'll never forget. One night we had a show, right? And of course, y'all know Arietta. So she makes it a point to come through all of us men. So she's like, oh my God, oh Arietta, you're so wonderful, you're so great. And she started doing all this over-the-top extra shit. I mean, I'm not really tripping on that because I live in Portland. I see a whole lot of bugged out white feminists, so it's not nothing new to me. But I had no idea that these nigga-hating white bitches over here actually had 6 adopted black children. It's like, are you kidding? And man, I had to go do my research. Man, everybody I know, I went and got at that ass, nigga. How was you fooling with these people? Y'all didn't see nothing wrong? Well, I mean, and then the one person actually had the nerve to tell me that these hoes face racism. I came home on a tear. And there's still people that like, hey man, I ain't forgot. Well, I mean, they wanted, I don't do the talk through people. Y'all sat up there and had a whole candlelight vigil for child murderers. That we want to love and light, loving y'all and loving Satan. I don't give a shit about crying white women tears on my phone. You should feel bad. Absolutely disgusting. I don't have no sympathy for none of y'all. So just understand, you sat up there and what do black people in your community see from you? That, hey, damn them kids, it's all about my white friends because the white girls are dead. Every last one of them people was doing that. That's why I came home with God. Y'all, you wanted to mourn? Well, time for mourning is over. I'm home now and I need some answers. Y'all still want to operate around these parts? Because, shit, ask Patrick Lamb how that happened. Patrick Lamb, I got a Grammy. Well, no, wait. No, Patrick ain't got no damn Grammy. Mike got a #1 song. Yeah. All right. Good for you. Good for you. Patrick Lamb. I've heard so many stories about this dude. It wasn't funny. I'm in LA, actually, Anaheim. And so, it's the convention. And the bass jam is actually going on at this place at the moment. So I'm here like, hey, man, we finna go get something to eat. And we sitting at this table, right? Patrick come up, like, hey, Beatzilla, man, do you mind if I, like, sit with you guys? I'm like, hey, y'all, is it nobody saying nothing? All right, go ahead. So he pulled up, well, I'm just going to stand here. He literally ordered and stood at my table. So time goes on, and I'm seeing other people I know, like, hey, what's going on? Just chopping it up. Because, it's a musicians convention. So, everybody's there. So he leaves, and then somebody tell me, yeah, man, Patrick, racist as hell, racist bastard. I'm like, oh, like, Patrick Lamb. Like, him? What you talking about? Because, see, like, when Patrick first came to town, I'm one of the first people he met. So I never knew that he was doing all of this, like, racist stuff to people. It's like, because Patrick don't come at me like that. He would never think of coming at me like that. So that's what I was just so shocked. I'm like, well, wait, tell me the story. They were like, Dennis got her on tape. Say, what? Family, I'm sorry. You ever let a little white man come over here and tell you, man, I'm from Mississippi. I don't play that. I ain't no punk. And you don't do shit? Patrick Lamb got to be all of, 5'6"? Man, you let this dude talk to you like that? And then I guess he said, like, because I had to check him for everybody because everybody was so damn scared. I'm like, well, man, if Patrick ever made a call trying to stop my shit, you already know how I'm going to get down. So, I don't worry about that. You better say your piece. So I had to go pull his skirt. Hey, man, I don't know. So, hey, man, there's people that feel some kind of way. Well, what can I do to make it better? Because he's one of them people like, I'll sue you. Hey, man, threaten me. Hey, man, I don't have any problem with you, man. Hey, man, I've never had any issues with you like that. And I'm not saying I'm some kind of tough guy or nothing like that. All I am saying is I'm just simple. Cut to the direct. So, hey, what's happening? Oh, man, if people feel some kind of way, what can I do? Well, you can apologize to these people. So he issued a public apology. Nobody had ever seen that done before. It's like, I wish y'all would stop letting these people treat y'all like that. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Let these people come around you talking to you any old kind of way. Who raised y'all? No. No. Not, no. No. Oh, my granddaddy be rolling over in his grave, man. Oh, that's on my blood. Hell no. On my skin. I don't get down like that. How do y'all let these people come around y'all talking to you like that? Man, I ain't no punk. And you tar baby. Say what now? Call my partner a tar baby and then try to say, oh, well, tar baby is not racist. It means a stupid person. Family, have y'all ever seen Song of the South? Which you probably have to go find now because they don't play it unless you go to Disneyland and ride Splash Mountain. But there's a song there. Well, a lot of those songs have alternate versions, unreleased alternate versions. Because Jimmy Rebel, well, no, not Jimmy, Johnny Rebel, they did a Boondocks about Jimmy Rebel, but Johnny Rebel was one of the staff songwriters for Disney back in the day. He's the one that performed Old Yeller. He did it under a different name, but my grandfather already knew who he was. So that's how I grew up knowing who Johnny Rebel was. My grandfather hated his guts. My grandfather hated his guts. And he wouldn't even let me bring that General Lee in the house, too. That's how I was raised. And that's, I look back on that, I'm so appreciative of that, too. Yeah, that car can't come over here. Yeah, but I'm just a kid. Yeah, that's how you slip it in. Because, see, when I was a kid, you putting the General Lee in black homes by way of the Dukes of Hazzard television show. The only car that you could ever see jumping, doing all of these big old car tricks and all of that. But the one thing that they shoved right down our throat was that big-ass rebel Confederate flag. Make no mistakes. See how they do? So what do you think? Oh, man, you going to get upset at a transsexuals teaching or reading to little 5-year-olds? Hell yeah. Because what does a sexual deviant, because that's what's happening when you're presenting your sexual position to children. You have now became a deviant. Yeah, you can personally feel how you want to amongst adults. But since you're not a procreator, that means these little children and their minds, which are being shaped in their homes as it's supposed to be. Now you're saying, no. Let me come on out and let me have access at shaping your child's mentality. Hell no, family. We ain't doing that. That's why a lot of us are talking homeschool. If you have school-age children, homeschool. Feel me? Big-ass Confederate flag on top of that car. Right, Rob? I mean, the horns even whistling Dixie. I mean, everything, they put the most nigga-hating shit. And here you go. It's cool. Entertaining. That's America, family. That's the society of America. So to have these ignoramus, matter of fact, let me show y'all something, man. Do y'all know this little fake arrest scene that they did down there? Do you understand? AOC wasn't even cuffed. She's just literally walking with her hands behind her back. Oh, wait. Y'all got to stop this. I got to show y'all this. Y'all have to stop this. Just like that shit Kamala Harris was doing. I mean, it's almost like slavery. Will y'all please stop trying to find a way in to foundational Black Americanhood? I mean, are y'all noticing this? Like, man, I stubbed my toe. Shit, I'm Black now. I mean, what's going on here? So, again, look at this.
Slavery. Well, I don't care if this hurts your feelings. I don't care. Abortion is the #1 worst human rights issue that has ever happened on American soil.
worse than slavery. The disrespect is just over the top. I need y'all to understand, man. My mother hated that damn song. Oh, from Song of the South? Lady, run away, nigga. Lady, show them gonna get you. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, man. Even the song they're still using is bad enough, but the alternative, oh, my God. Man, don't just sit up here and think it's not just the government. It's American society. Y'all was supporting this madness. And then what's even worse, the beginning of Song of the South, the movie, is with Uncle Remus. I mean, family, oh, God. Y'all probably, because I've used the Uncle Remus picture before. But, hey, everybody, I'm a happy slave. Hey, Mr. Bluebird, how you doing this morning? Nah, we don't intersect with nobody, fam. There's no intersection for that. Tell me who? Who? Where? Who? Coon Chicken. I'm from the city of Coon Chicken. 56th and Sandy. That's where the what is it called? Prime rib. That's old Coon Chicken. So if y'all ever have seen the old pictures of Coon Chicken with the big thing, and that's literally right here. Literally right here. You look up Coon Chicken. I'll tell you on Saturday. Oh, okay. The bread wrap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, your mom probably knew what like my granddaddy knew, because they were all well aware of Johnny Rebel. So, and they were aware that he was a staff songwriter under another name for Disney. So, yeah, a lot of people in that age range, they were very well aware of what that song, the other version of that song was. Like, man, like I said, I'm so thankful for my grandparents. I mean, man, I definitely come from some. Like I said, I tell y'all all the time. Like, my grandmother had a rule: white men do not enter our home. Period. For the whole time my grandma was living in my life, no white man, even the government, stands on the porch. Yeah, ain't no come in, sit on the couch, have a seat. Nope, my grandmother did not believe in that. Even my neighbor, I played with him like every day. He had to wait for me on the porch. Yeah, we come from that. But then, yes, that Bear Rabbit song, family, I'm talking about American history is overtly anti-black. And again, you have a president who subscribes to the replacement theory. I don't know how you can get around that truth, because I've shown you here. Y'all have seen the truth. But just in case, we'll give you a refresher if need be, because I definitely want to drive this point home. Joe Biden, because they always like to make it a left or right thing. No. It's a right, a white is right thing. And see, that's what white supremacists believe in. Like this one here.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Not just because of the blacks. So, I mean, how do you say you ain't shit without saying you ain't shit? This place is doomed. Not just because of you niggas, but I mean, it's doomed because it's going to be less white people. That's the conversation of a person that believes they are your God. But in the meantime, that same God
We can't do when we do it together as the United States of America. God bless you all.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, let me see. Oh, here's another part. Okay, because I need to show you all this. We're almost out of here, but I got to show you this little farce that, again, it's all, why is it, again, all about Roe v. Wade? So you're getting the squad to go out there. I'm telling you, family, they are trying to mask and mesh because, see, what we're saying over here, watch Roland Martin probably going to be coming out. If the squad members, if the people, and they got arrested, it was a noble thing, and it's a thing that we need to seriously discuss because Roe v. Wade is the number one position of Black America. No, Negro, it is not. So before y'all go on your tangents, no, we're watching. Black America don't give a damn about no Roe v. Wade. Because you get reparations, the whole Roe v. Wade problem go out the window. Well, I mean, what about all of these poor and dope? Well, then aren't you making the argument for reparations, not Roe v. Wade? Because if we're going to try to invoke poverty and finance, well, then the answer is not Roe v. Wade. The answer is reparations. See how that works? Don't tell me, oh, I need free aid. No. You know what helped me is to me to be able to provide for my children and the future children and all of that you owe. So then I wouldn't even have to worry about no Roe v. Wade, huh? See how that worked? Wow. Man, it's just much easier. I mean, hell, $30 billion about to go to the police. Man, thanks, Joe. Can't even figure out if there's a person standing there to shake hands, though, but you can figure out how to get all of these trillions of dollars over to Ukraine. Funding a war that has nothing to do with America. It has everything to do with dark money's interest. So now you have just became a do boy for the dark money. That's no longer a country. That's a failed business. And China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Africa are coming together fulfilling Muammar Gaddafi's initial plan. But they won't tell you that in the live stream media because they don't want you to know why Joe Biden going over there having to do some fist bumping. And they're all mad, boy, he killed that student, blah, blah, blah. They need them people not to jump ship. And these people are already sitting at the table. You're in debt to China. Saudi and China don't need America. America needs Saudi Arabia and China. It's not the other way around. They'll tell you this in the mainstream media, but if you really want to know where the true trouble is, check Australia's news. If you really want to know when people are worried and with the state of America, see what they're talking about in Australia. Because if America goes down, so does Australia. Their safety is tied to America. And China is telling Australia, you better respect us the same way you respect America, or we will have a stronger course of action. So China's already told Australia, we will blow you off the earth if you do not give us the respect that you give. And look, I mean, when you got the Asian man talking like that, look, y'all better not mess with them people. Y'all better not mess with them people. They got them hypersonic missiles, man. They ain't playing, man. They ain't playing. Robert China, man, that dude said, look. The Chinese man went over there and got some straightening, didn't he? Look, y'all gonna respect us. Y'all better give us the same respect you give America. I said, wow. I'm not mad at that position, Phil. I'm not mad at that at all. So here, let me show y'all this real quick before we get on out of here.
Our left Congresswoman Cori Bush not holding back on her own safety. Newly released federal filings show the Missouri Democrat has spent nearly $400,000 of campaign cash on private security. Larry Elder's with me now. Larry, how do you explain that? Where's that money going?
Well, you used the word earlier, Bill. It's hypocrisy. She's just the latest in a long string of anti-gun left-wing hypocrites. I remember back in the late 80s, there was a newspaper columnist named Carl Rowan, and he wrote scathingly about guns, said nobody should own a gun other than law enforcement. Well, a teenager goes on his property, goes swimming in his pool without authorization, and Carl Rowan shoots him. Then in California, where I am, you've got the most anti-gun legislation in the country. Dianne Feinstein applies for and gets a permit to carry a concealed weapon. Michael Moore's bodyguard a few years ago tried to board an airplane with an unlicensed weapon. Rosie O'Donnell has an armed bodyguard escorting her kids to and from school. So again, this is a long line of hypocrites who are living in usually nice areas, safe areas, low crime areas. Meanwhile, people living in the inner city, polls show, want the police manpower to remain the same, if not increased.
Okay, well, Lee, in the second quarter, she spent $89,000 on personal security. So we went looking at the rest of the squad. For that same quarter, here's what we found. AOC spent $0. Ilhan Omar, $3,000. Ayanna Pressley, about $6,700. Rashida Tlaib, $2,000. She dwarfs the spending of all these other congresswomen. And the question is why?
Well, one of the reasons is she's in St. Louis, right outside Ferguson, and there is a data scientist that used to work for Thomson Reuters, did a long report about the rise in crime in cities where there have been these high-profile shootings, as was the case with Michael Brown in Ferguson. And as a result, places like St. Louis, places like Baltimore, where Freddie Gray died in police custody, places like L.A., where there have been high-profile shootings, the police pull back, crime goes up, and the people who are disproportionately hurt by that crime are people living in the inner city. So because of the anti-cop rhetoric coming out of Ferguson, crime has gone up dramatically in St. Louis, and maybe she needs a little more protection than other people.
Well, a couple things here for you.
Yeah, if you don't stop it, Larry, you full of shit. First off, that's a lie, Larry Elder. The inner city, we've already came to the conclusion, like the stories is coming out about them damn Derrick suits. cops over here dressing like putting derrick suits on, shooting at rival gang members wearing one gang's colors. You know, so, you know, if I got any of the young street cats out here watching this, y'all be mindful of that. You know, you might have somebody make, because, I mean, shoot, a lot of cases, y'all know who the ops are. Y'all know when a strange face is amongst y'all. But I understand it get dark, and shoot, when you see a hand come out and sparks flying, it's time to go. So just be mindful. Just be mindful. There's way more way to get word on the street about who's doing what. So I mean, if ain't nothing checking out, then you might have a random policeman out there doing God knows what to stir up God knows what and God knows who. You dig? So just something to keep in mind. But one last little thing before we go. Something music. Now, pay attention, folks. The bodies are under attack. Family. Her hands are not cuffed. She's literally walking with her hands behind her back, folded over like they're cuffed. She's fronting on the cuffs. And so I also saw a video or a picture from them at their processing table. So there was a whole table already established. You got all the little DC cops on one side, and you got AOC and Ilhan Omar on the other. They went and gave them there. So we're releasing you on your own recognizance. These people were never even put in handcuffs. This is the most light-ass arrest ever. It was so light that the police were already prepared with a big, long row of folding tables to process the protesters. I mean, absolute hogwash, man. You gonna do all of this fake oppression. Thank you, Esmond. Fake oppression. How whack. You know, look at me. I'm getting arrested for the cause. Next time, at least make it look real by putting on the cuffs, lady. Jeez. Oh, well, hey, I'll just, you know what? I'll just put my hands behind my back and photo. It'll look like you cuffed me. Dude. I mean, come on, man. Oh, Lord. And with that being said, family, let's hear from the elder before we get up out of here, because we got to understand. We got to send these messages home.
We put it in the frame of reference. Everyone, when they talk about racism and white supremacy, should always start by saying that the focus, the objective should be replace white supremacy with justice. Those are the 5 basic words.
And also,
we have to take this thing seriously. We are at war. People destroy us. And the first battlefield in any war takes place in the mind. Whoever controls your perception of self has already won the battle. So we've got to be serious. I also understand that not all of us are prepared to be serious. Not all of us have the mental capabilities of being serious because of all of the things that we've been consuming that have destroyed our brain cells. So that's a reality.
Very much so a reality. Very much so. So with that being said, of course, like I showed y'all on my broadcast yesterday, if you saw my Sesame Street broadcast, y'all go check out Gracie's Corner. If y'all have children, get them on that Black entertainment, because, we have the ability and to really do it all ourselves in-house. We just need the support, which, I imagine is, as things grow, things come and happen. So, again, y'all go subscribe to Gracie's Corner. If y'all got little kids all around daycares or babysitting or grandchildren, nieces and nephews, here you go.
Count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count it up. Count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count it up. How many pennies make $1? 100. How many pennies make $1? 100. Count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count it up. How many nickels make $1?
20. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, shout out to them. And I see a lot of people with this whole Sesame Street thing happening, Sesame Place. I see a lot of people promoting Gracie's Corner. So, again, shout out to them and the brilliant job that they are doing over there in Gracie's Corner. And, man, may they continue to produce good edutainment for the family, man, because that's what's needed. You dig? So, Capricorn said, "Cool eyes." Oh, we already know Larry Elder. That. I mean, it's Larry Elder. Like, say no more. It's Larry Elder. You can expect what's gonna come out of his mouth. As soon as he opened his mouth, the biscuit crumb fly out. I had biscuits. Janine Soul, I see you in the house. So yes, we had to address a few things this evening. And so again, Roland Martin, New Black Media is here. Dead Black Media, which is the bought and paid for shield plantation that we are not on. That's why it's so different. So no, we didn't have to go to journalism school. And, we do. Here's where you're wrong, though. We absolutely are very good at laying it out. So much so. BNC, gone. CNN Plus, gone. The Root, Struggle City. Roland Martin Unfiltered. And I understand. Toe up lace fronts. Toe up lace fronts. Well, you know what? I'll let y'all have that. Because I think Queen Amadai Shakur has pretty much sealed up that. So, I can, we see what it is, you did. But there might still be somebody out there that just can't accept it. But understand, not everybody that comes to you is a guru of how to be a goddess. They are not really, and let me say this, because I have to be honest here. When we're talking about spiritual stuff, you got people out here trying to sell you demons as if it's spiritual. Always remember, see, they could come out, they coming and hating on me. They're the prophetess. Oh, man, I'm this and that. Are they bothering me? They doing this and I doing that. Well, always remember, what you see on the outside may be one thing, and I understand people's perceptions. But when you know from the inside that that's not the case, like I've always known, this is what this person is.
Mama, you ain't gonna keep this shit together with Gator gone.
Come here, you little black bitch. But your ass belongs to me. I tell you what you can and can't do with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I didn't say I was leaving.
Shut up! Now all you whores sit down. I want
Now, see, that's how you teach somebody how to unlock the secret bag in their womb, huh? Twerk it out your cat. Woo, Lord. Anyway, Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. And with that being said, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx and on Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And also, be sure, I'm going to start doing some of my videos on my Patreon that I can't upload on any other platform because I got some. I'm like, I got to put these somewhere. So I'm going to put them on Patreon. So pretty soon y'all will be able to go to Patreon and see my Joe Biden's greatest hits. Oh, no, Biden's greatest hits or biggest hits. Biden's biggest hits. Because, yeah, as soon as I put that down, Twitter was like, oh, hell no. Nope. We got to protect the Bidens. We ain't going to just let you put this out there like that. Now, no. So, again, beatzillapdx official on Patreon. If you want to email me, you can. If you have, articles or show ideas or, something of the sort. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And also, Black business owners, if you have a business you would like promoted, you can also email me at that same email. If you have a video clip or something like that you would desire to be promoted, hit a brother up. So with that being said, also you can definitely put some money in the bucket by way of donation. Leave that love offering at CashApp $beatzillapdx. That is CashApp $beatzillapdx. And then, of course, we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZillaMuzak. And with that being said, family, I'm gonna try to get another video out tomorrow. It's probably gonna be an upload, but just stay tuned for that because I want to go. I want to spend some time talking about that Berkeley professor. So because as I'm looking at that, it's like these people have been around. They kind of farm these people per se. So just want to give her some needed attention. You understand? So with that being said, everything. Let's see where we at here. Where are we at? All right. Oh. Also, real quick. I'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, I did already play the rules commercial. So yeah, we're good. So always remember that this is the same person who is now trying to relate Roe v. Wade to slavery.
Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Also remember that they do it for these people.
Bringing the children into it any more than we have to. We're doing it for the children. But I don't feel that they are old enough to understand the problem as it is.
Do you think a Negro family moving here will affect the community as a whole?
Definitely.
In what way?
I think that, well, the property values will immediately go down if they are allowed to move in here in any number.
And what of the dream of middle-class respectability? If a Negro family can afford what you can afford, how do you justify your feeling of superiority? What other objections?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the town that is right next to Sesame Place. Just put that all in perspective for you. So with that being said, they have a feeling of superiority, idea of superiority, not a truth of superiority. That's why we over here at the New Black Media, we represent the truth, moving in righteousness, not blatant wickedness like T.S. Giselle or Eric. You understand these people who come in to try to deter movements for the purpose of not ruffling Zaddy's feathers. Well, y'all have to keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready, because sometimes some trash might need to be swept away. But at the end of the day, you never have any excuse to not be ready to put in some work. Shout out to Professor Black Truth. Y'all have a blessed one, and stay away from lying demons that will possibly just have you spend like $144 on a bunch of misguided spiritual jarble that is actually casting spells on you. So with that being said, shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.